Morning everyone, welcome to the final day of the APA 2025 Classic Open Nationals. I'm Chris Andrews. Joining me in the commentary booth this morning, we have Dylan. How you feeling this morning?
Good, Chris. Yourself?
The tiredness is creeping up, but we have one last session to get through and it's going to be another banger. We've had some great battles so far today, this weekend, sorry. Do you want to take us through a recap of day 2, Dylan?
Yep, thanks, Chris. So starting with the under 69 females yesterday, we had Aislinn Otway taking the win with a 476 total and a squat record with 186. Runner-up was Alexandra Bonner with 460. In the under 76 females, we had Shania Radke taking the win with 490.5. Squat record as well with 193. And Hannah Altman was the runner-up. Hannah did pull to try and take first place but missed, and Shania loaded the deadlift record but was also unsuccessful. Moving to the 93 men, we had Adam Jones taking the win in a very contested battle with 810 and pulling a 332.5 deadlift record. Josh Takua, close second, also pulled for the win and missed, and Simon Chahadi pulled from, I believe, fourth. Finishing on 790 and also missing. And we had Hong Fan in the 105s taking the win with 854 and a 354 kilo deadlift record. Michael Rand coming runner-up with 827.5, also pulled for the win but missed on grip.
Yeah, it was incredible to watch yesterday, both on the men's and women's side of the draw. As you said, a number of national records broken, some by a significant amount. We also had some pretty incredible totals as people battle it out for the, particularly trying to get the regional and the world's qualifying totals that they need. So Shania, when Hannah missed her third and final, that gave Shania some space then to go, well, I've already secured first place. I might as well load what I need for 510, which is the world's qualifier. So she loaded a 224 on the bar, which was insane. I think her top deadlifting comp is about 207, so it was going for a massive PB. But you're only at Nationals once, you might as well go for it. So that was exciting to watch. And then the battle last night in the 93s was electric in the room here. Watching three big dogs of the sport, Jones, Takua, and Shahadi, going at it all the way down to the final deadlifts. Jones choosing the lighter number, but hitting, going 9 for 9, and then forcing Takua and Shahadi to go heavier than they had on the day, and just popped them over the edge to take the national championship after missing weight last year and not being able to compete at the national level. He comes back and wins the 2025 in what is his last year as an open lifter. He will turn 39 in December this year, making him a Master 1 next year. Obviously, he can still compete in opens if he likes, but he can make the move up into the Masters category as well, which is awesome to see. All right, moving into today's session, we have the under 84 kilo women, the 84 kilo plus women, the under 120 men, and the 120 plus men. And there's going to be some insane battles out here today. In the under 84 kilos, we'll start there. Let's have a look through the nominations. Who we got coming in today in the under 84s, Dylan?
I'll start with... Sorry, I can't touch the screen.
That's
right. I've got it on... I've got my cheat sheet in front of me. So I'll start with Adwell Hammond, who is the APA's actually affiliate coordinator. Nominated with 460. Yep. Doing some sleuthing through the socials. She finished her peaking block with a 410 total for doubles. So sits her pretty well for today's competition. Moving next, we have... Rebecca. We've got Rebecca Tanzewski, who nominated a total of 450. In the last fortnight has hit a 460 total. So we'll see how she goes today. We also have Rhiannon Van Lambert Brown, nominated with 437.5. She's hit a 435 kilo total, so only 2.5 below her best in this prep. We then have Nicola Orr, who nominated with 495, but has actually in the last fortnight hit a 525 total, including a 195 squat double, a 110 bench personal best, and a 220 kilo deadlift. So it'll be very interesting to see where she goes from there. And then we have Yan Fei Zhao, who made has a nominated total of 542.5, made the change to APA about 12 months ago, recently competing at City Strength HQ Open, where she came first, and previously, I believe the first comp was SBD Australia Cup, where she came fourth. Has completed a 547.5 total to peak for competition, so greater than her nominated total, so it should be a good battle today.
Yeah, Yanni's looking on. She's an incredible competitor. Again, a face that was around Australian powerlifting a number of years ago, been off the scene for a little bit, made the comeback last year, and we were really looking forward to the battle between Yanni and Beth. Obviously, we've seen it at SBD Cup. It was exciting to watch, and we're hoping for a rematch here today. Unfortunately, Beth had to pull out at the last minute due to some niggles, some little injuries that have been plaguing her for a while. So she's chose not to compete to stay healthy. So anyway, we'll see Yanni go all out today, see what sort of total she can accumulate here on the national platform. We'll move up to the 84 kilo plus women now, where again, we're going to see some amazing battles on the platform today.
Thanks, Chris. So we'll start with the lower nominated totals. So we've got Lauren Deverell with 467.5. Haven't got much training total from what I could find sort of online, so we'll see how she goes today. Then we have Annabelle Regan, also on 467.5. Also couldn't find a great deal online, so we'll see how they come today, and hopefully a podium spot opens up for them. Next we have Adele Portelli with a nominated total of 475. Looks to only be her second comp. Potentially had some first meet nerves as she went 1 from 3 on squats before going 6 out of 6 for bench and deadlift. So
okay.
We'll watch that.
Adele actually won the Alliance Day, the May the 4th internet or national sort of battle last year across a number of gyms. So yeah, she's exciting lifter, and I think that might have been her first comp as well, like you said. So yeah, I'm excited to see how far she can push that 475 number up today.
Yeah, definitely. Then we have Rebecca Blanken. Couldn't find a great deal of training data online, but nominated total of 512.5. Again, we'll see if the podium sort of opens up for these four. The front runners are, of course, Lucy Ann, who we have next with a 655 nominated total and made her Worlds debut last year. I guess in recent times, the closest challenger to Natalie in the Australian circuit. And we'll possibly be looking to break the bench record.
Yeah, for sure.
And then our top nominated athlete is Natalie Lalai with 658. Last year's national champion, or 2 years in a row, second Worlds in a row. The previous deadlift world record was broken recently.
Until Sheffield, yep.
Yep, so previous deadlift world record holder. Nominated with 658. This prep so far, I've seen Natalie has hit a 245 squat, a 127.5 bench, and has deadlifted 285 and doubled 275. So should be a very exciting day, and there's plenty of support in the crowd.
Yeah, look, I think both Nat and Lucy have had good preps from the data I've seen. I think both will be looking to go much higher than the 650-ish numbers that they hit last year. I would say we're pacing anywhere from 675 upwards today for both ladies. Nat, like you said, previous world record holder. Britt did take it back at Sheffield recently, but as we've seen in the gym, Nat's hit significantly higher than where the record sits. She can't break the world record today because it is not an international competition. She can extend her national record, which currently sits higher than the world record at 275. And I'm sure she'll be looking to push that significantly today. If everything's going well, there is the potential for her to take the title of the heaviest deadlift by a female in any federation, tested or untested today. I think that sits at 292.5 or 293, around that number anyway. It's definitely possible out here this afternoon or this morning. So, moving on up now to the under 120 men's, where we've got a pretty stacked class. So we've run through the top 8 here today. We've got Daniel Felstein nominated with a 775. Jack Adams with a 780. And then we get into the top 6. So we have Charles Kafusi. He's got a 785. Did well at last year's Nationals.
He did. Couldn't find a great deal of training data this year, but I do remember from last Nationals, he was a bit of an excitement machine, and the crowd really got around him.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we have Taj Smith, WA local, rounding out the top 5 with a 787.5. He set at Night of Champions last year. This will only be his second competition in the under 120s, eating up from the 105s at last year's Nationals.
Well, he also ate up from the 93s previously, so
he was, yeah.
Significant size increase in 2 years. I guess going back to his last competition where he deadlifted 330, he also dropped 350, but it was, I'd say, purely on grip watching it. It was flying.
Yeah, he got it probably 97% of the way to the top, and it just slipped out of his hand. Talking to him after that competition, he did say that he didn't quite grab the bar correctly, so he'll be hoping today to potentially lock in 350 or higher. Preps looked okay. Jumping up now, we have in number 4, again, another WA local, Cody Wilkes. He's got an 832.5. He's insanely strong, and I know he's looking to put on a big show here today. A convert from Olympic lifting about 18 months to 2 years ago, and he's definitely looking to make a statement here on home turf. Yeah,
Chris, as you said, he's a previous actual 2 times national weightlifting champion. Again, at Night of Champions, he dropped a 252.5 kilo deadlift. Again, I'd say purely on grip. It was moving. So, yeah, very exciting to see where he goes today.
Absolutely. Then number 3, we have Tristan Sunder. Coming up from the juniors today, he's still a junior, but competing in the Open Nationals. He went to Malta last year for Junior Worlds, where he placed pretty high, and he's nominated with an 837.5 total. Anything could happen here for Tristan. If any of these top 2 or 3 nominations miss, Tristan will be right there to capitalise on that slip-up.
He definitely will be. Not a great deal of training data online either, so he's a bit of a dark horse today.
Yeah, he's gone dark, but 837.5 was in Malta last year. He'd added 30 or so kilos from within a couple of months from the comp previous to that. I haven't even seen him in the gym recently. He trains at a different time to me, so I've got no inside information either on how his prep's been moving, but we will soon see. And we have Josh coming in number 2, the Tonganator, at 862.5, last year's national champion and our world's representative. He went to Lithuania with me last year, where he did quite well, and he's going to be looking to reclaim that national championship today, but he's got a big battle on his hands between himself and fellow friend Sam Butterworth.
He does. Josh, obviously, last year's national winner, Sam the year before. From what I could see in training recently, Josh did bench 222.5 for a PB, so we're looking to push that again today. And Sam is the national deadlift record holder, so I'm sure he'll be loading whatever he needs to win today.
Yeah, absolutely. We can expect a deadlift somewhere north of 360, I would say, on the 3rd. He is an amazing deadlifter, and it's going to be super exciting to see what happens here in the battle between Sam and Tonganator. But like we said, Cody Wilkes, Tristan Sunder, they'll be stalking right behind. Either of those 2 guys miss, it could open that door wide open for them.
I guess I'd just like to add as well, obviously quite a big flight for the under 120s. The QT for regionals and worlds will definitely be in reach for a lot of these lifters.
What do you have that as at, Dylan?
So we've got the regionals at 800 and worlds at 827.
Yeah, okay, so a number of lifters already nominated above both of those.
Samisi and Taj, they could be pushing for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Regionals.
Okay, and then we have the 120 plus category, and we just have the one lifter here today. Long-time 120 national kilo champion, Jackson Stubberfield. He's going to be looking to come out here. Whilst he has no one else to battle head-to-head, he is battling with the QT. He needs to get a 9... What does he need for Worlds still? 910?
He needs 910.
Wow.
So training appears to be on track. He has had recent surgery, and he's taking his recovery very seriously.
Yep.
He's previously hit a 900 kilo total at the 2023 National Championships, and his training looks on track. So expect him to put on the bar whatever he needs today to reach that 910.
All right, we'll be right back. We're less than 5 minutes away. Don't go anywhere. Squats coming up soon.
The sport of competitive powerlifting challenges the strength, discipline, and determination of its athletes. Competitions consist of 3 main lifts: the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. Each competing athlete makes 3 attempts within each discipline. The highest weight achieved on each lift is then summed to form the athlete's total. Competitions are categorised by weight classes. The athlete with the highest total in their weight class at the end of the competition is the winner. In the case of a draw, the lifter with the lighter body weight will take out the title. There are 3 referees on the platform who will each determine if the lift falls within the rules of the federation. A white light indicates that the lift is good, while a red light indicates that part of the lift fell outside of the rules. Each referee sits on a different angle, so all will have a slightly different viewpoint. If an athlete achieves 2 or more white lights, the lift is considered a good lift. If the athlete receives 2 or more red lights, the lift is unsuccessful and will not count to their total. The athlete must achieve at least 1 good lift in each discipline to proceed through the competition. The first lift performed in competition is the back squat. The athlete must stand completely motionless after unracking the bar, with their knees locked and torso in an upright position. Once in the correct position, the head referee will give the squat command. A good lift is awarded where the knees and hips are locked, adequate depth is reached, there is no downward movement of the bar, and all commands are followed.
Hi team, I'm Jacob Sofianos and I'm the meet director for the upcoming 2025 Open National Series right here in Perth, WA. This is going to be the most competitive nationals we've ever seen in Australia, and I am so proud to welcome you all to Scarborough Beach, Perth, where we are going to see everyone battle it out for that top spot. In 2024, we were lucky enough to host the Open National Series on the lands of the Awabakal people in Newcastle, New South Wales. In 2025, we have the extreme privilege of hosting the 2025 Open Nationals here on the lands of the Whadjuk Noongar people. I would like to show my respect to the elders past, present and emerging, and I wish everyone strength on the platform this weekend. All right, we are underway here. Coming out first, we have Adjua Herman starting off with 147.5 on the bar.
Looks like good depth from here.
Yeah, moves well for Adjua. 3 white lights. Starting off 10 kilos below, 15 kilos below her best ever comp squat of 162 kilos. All right, coming up now we have Rebecca. She's got 155 on the bar for her opening attempt.
$12.5 less than her best ever squat.
Yeah, you can see there her best ever squat, 167.5.
2 to 1 for depth.
Yeah, red card there from one of the side referees. And we'll have Rhiannon coming out next. Now, Rhiannon has chosen to open at 160 kilos. Looks like best ever squat for Rhiannon, 172.5. We only have one IPF competition in our database for her at the moment. That was back in November of last year. And she moves that one quite well.
Strength is definitely there, but might need to go a little bit deeper on the next one.
Yeah, let's watch the replay. Yeah. Yes, definitely maybe a couple of centimetres even higher there. So she's going to have to sink that a fair bit deeper on the next one. All right, coming out now we have Adele Potelli. Best ever squat of 170 kilos. And as you said, she only went 1 from 3 though in that competition. So she'll be looking to go big here today, opening on that 170. Depth looks good from this angle. Let's see what the referees say.
It's very whites.
Yeah, good looking squat there for Adele.
On the board.
On the board. Let's see what she jumps to for her second attempt.
A little bit of a sticking point out of the hole.
I'd say a fair bit of nerves though coming out. Flying all the way over from Sydney. We have Lauren coming out now with 185. Best ever squat of 195 kilos. Oh, sorry, 200.5 kilos her best ever squat. Most recent comp, she hit 195.
It should be a pretty safe opener.
Looks good.
Yep, look good from here. It's very white lights on the board.
Here comes Nicola now. Nicola's going for 185. And her best ever squat is 185. So, wow, her prep must have gone really well opening on her best ever squat.
She doubled 195 in the last fortnight.
Okay. Her prep's gone very well then.
Looks good from here. See what the judges say.
Yeah, 3 whites there. Great lift for Nicola. Coming up now, we have Yanni. She's opting for 187.5. Best squat of 205, which I believe she set back in June of last year. And then missed 205.5 at SBD Cup by the look of that.
Well, she did squat 205 in her peak for this comp.
Okay. I'm not afraid of big jumps by the look. You can see she's taken 10s and even 15s before, so you can see her jump up pretty significantly here.
Very nice squat.
Yeah, the weight flies.
Three white lights, she's on the board.
Yeah, good lift for Yanni. All right, we have Rebecca Blenkin coming out now for a 195 kilo opener. We're up into our 84 plus kilogram category now. And Rebecca's best ever squat of 210 kilos. She's been competing for a while, and her squat's progressed nice and steadily over the last sort of 18 months or so. Let's see how she goes here today. Nice and controlled.
It'll be interesting to see the judges' calls here. Yeah, depth.
Yeah. It's on the borderline, but needs to just be a touch deeper. Yeah, and interestingly, in all her previous comps, she's only actually ever missed one squat before, which is insane. Okay, Natalie Lalai coming out now, and you hear her family fire up in the crowd. The father leads the war cry.
This
245 kilos loaded on the bar for Nat. Best ever squat of 257.5.
Unreal support in the building.
She makes sure that is super deep today. She missed her opener at last year's Nationals on depth. She was making sure she wasn't missing that one. We get 2-1, good lift. Just had a blue card there from one of the referees. I didn't see any dip, so it was likely for maybe knees.
Or a double bounce at the bottom we might have missed.
Not sure. But anyway, number of things a blue card can mean in the squat. Here comes the competition. Lucy, 247.5 on the bar as well. Her previous best comp squat, 252.5. Seen her as high as about 260 in prep, I believe.
Should be a safe opener.
Looks good.
They look good from here. Three white lights.
Okay, and now we're back to the top of the flight in the under 84 kilo category. We'll have Adjua coming back out now. She's jumped 10 kilos from 147.5 up to 157.5.
This is what she squatted, her best squat from her last competition for the nominated total.
Yeah, and only marginally below her best ever squat of 162.5. So awesome to see here.
That moved well.
It did move well. Depth looked okay from here.
Yep, three white
She gets
lights.
the three. Rhiannon coming back out now. She's going to retake the 160. Just missed it on depth. She needed to sink it a bit deeper here. Let's see how she goes. Still well below her best ever squat, so confident that she can readjust the depth, come and grab this and get on the board. Looks better from our angle, Dill. Let's see if the refs agree.
Did look better.
They do, yeah.
She's on the board.
I think it's right on the line. She needs to make sure she hits at least that again for the next one. Marginally higher and she'll get the red. So great work anyway, Rhiannon. She's on the board. That's what we like to see. We have now Rebecca coming out. Rebecca's jumped up to 170. 15 kilo jump here for Rebecca. Slows the touch, but it looks good, and that is a 2.5 kilo PB for Rebecca.
Yep, 3 white lights.
3 whites, yeah. So locks in a 2.5 kilo PB on a second. Things are moving very nicely for Rebecca out here today. We have Nicola Orr now coming out, and she will attempt 177.5. We have a 7.5 kilo jump. Best ever squat, 185. Most recent comp, which looked like nationals from last year. Pacing to do a similar number here today, if this moves well, I would say. Oh, sorry, I've read the wrong thing again. It's Adele coming out now. Sinks it into the hole, little sticking point, but grinds through nicely.
I think that'll be okay from this view.
Yeah, depth look good from here.
Yep.
All right, now it's Nicola. And like I said, Nicola's best ever squat is 185. She opened on that. She's now attempting a 7.5 kilo comp PB.
2.5 below her best squat double in prep.
Okay. She should move this comfortably then. Let's see.
A little bit of a sticking point, but got through it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of work for her.
3 white lights.
We'll see what her and her coach choose to go. I was thinking she was pacing towards maybe 200, the magical number, but maybe they'll take a more conservative jump there of 2.5 or 5. Here comes Rebecca Blenken now. Previous best squat, 210.
Missed the opener and has gone up. It looked better from this view.
Yeah.
2 to 1.
Yeah, our side definitely looked better. You can see it on the replay there. Yep. Great squat there for Rebecca. She gets on the board, and sometimes you just need that little bit extra weight on the bar to help you get down to depth. So the choice to go up was a good move. And now we have Lauren coming back out. She's jumped 15 kilos. We see here in her squat progression, this will be just below her best ever of 200.5 all the way back in 2023.
Looks good from here.
Yeah, moves well.
3 white lights. Yeah, Yanni coming out for her second squat with 202.5.
Yeah, Yanni's opener flew just below the best squat we have on record for her, which is 205.
A 2.5 kilo PB on her nominated total squat.
Okay.
She made light work of that.
Well, given her best on record is 205, we are pacing well above that today. We'll see what they lock in, but she's got at least another 5 to 7.5 there, I would say, for the third. Should be looking good. And you probably hear the crowd firing up again in the background for Nat Lalai coming out now. Nat has loaded a 10-kilo jump here, 255. She'll be just 2.5 kilos below her final squat from Nationals last year and equaling what she set at Worlds last year.
A little bit of a fight with it.
Yeah, again, I think she's just conscious of depth. She's sunk it super deep, and that just gives her that little sticking point.
3 white lights.
I'm pretty comfortable with her having sticking point, though. I've seen it in her training a bit. She just always pushes through it, so it's not necessarily meaning that she's right on the edge. So we'll see how much they jump up. Here comes Lucy now, though. Again, 10-kilo jump for Lucy, 257.5 on the bar for her. This will be a 5-kilo comp PB, 5 kilos more than she squatted at Worlds last year.
She made very light work of that. Three white lights.
Yeah, moves up one well.
Can you feel the atmosphere building in here, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. We have the Samoans on one side, we have the Tongans on the other. It's going to go back and forward all day. Great atmosphere. If you're in the Perth region, come on down, Scarborough Beach, Rendezvous Hotel. Get in to watch before the deadlifts where you may see some fireworks. Here comes Adjuan now, 165 on the bar. She's jumped from 157.5. This could be a 2.5 kilo comp PB if successful. And she smokes it.
Let's see what the judges say.
Big smile on the face.
3 white lights.
Great work there for Adjua. Good start to her campaign, 3 from 3. We have Rhiannon now coming out. 170 on the bar. She missed the opener on depth. She's jumped up now to 170. She come back out on the second and got it. It looked fine. Let's see how she handles 10 kilos more here. Again, maybe that little bit extra weight will just help her get to depth. Strength definitely wasn't an issue.
And she's locked it back out. We'll see what the judges say. 3 white lights.
Good lift for her. Great recovery there from Rhiannon. Comes back from missing the opener and grabs the second and the third to end squats. 2 from 3 on 170 kilos. Rebecca now coming out for 175 kilos. It looks like a 7.5 kilo comp PB if successful here. She's already added a 2.5 kilo PB on the second.
And she did squat this for a double during prep.
Okay. Depth looks good. Wow, yeah. That looks like she could have done it for a double here today as well, Dylan.
Yep.
Moved very nicely. 7.5 kilo comp PB locked in for her squats. She'll move in a bench in a nice position. And now we have Adal Patali coming out again on 182.5. Yeah, in previous comp squat, we have 170 missing a second and third at that comp. She's going really well out here today. She's already locked in the 7.5 kilo PB on the second. See how the 182.5 moves here. Oh, she sticks with it.
She's
Wow.
locked it out.
Let's just see if there's any bar dip.
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
I'd say the 1 was for bar dip.
Yeah, definitely on our side. We're sitting behind that referee, and it looked like there was a little dip from our side, but the whole bar has to dip, and so she gets whites from the other refs, and she's a good lift. So walks away with a really impressive PB there on the squats, 12.5 kilos. Nicola Orr now coming out. She has 200 loaded for her third attempt, 15 kilos ahead of her best previous comp squat.
Great
Yeah,
catch.
unfortunately, after the second, I thought 200 might have been a touch ambitious. It was a bit of work, the 192.5, but 200's a magical number, so she loaded it anyway, and unfortunately, slightly too heavy for her today. But walks away with the 192.5, still a 7.5 kilo comp PB, so she'll be happy with that regardless. Rebecca Blenken now coming out. 210 is her previous best squat, and she is going to attempt 210 out here today. Missed the opener on depth, come out for the second. The 200 looked fine. She got 3 whites. Let's see how she goes here on the third. Sticks through it. Looked okay from the front angle. Let's see what the side refs say. Yeah,
2 to 1.
Locks it in, walks away with an equal comp PB of 210 kilos.
Just 1 red card for depth.
All right, Yanni now. She's jumped up 8 kilos to attempt the national record. Now, is that the squat record, Dill? You got the records there? Or is that a total record? Or it could be both. Well, it won't be a total record yet. It'll be the squat record.
The crowd's getting around her.
So 5.5 kilos more than we've seen Yanni squat on the platform before. She's looking incredible today. The pace of the second was amazing.
Look good from here.
Yeah, in and out, no worries at all. The pace was consistent. 3 white lights, good lift.
So we have a new squat record.
Yeah, so new national squat record for Yanni, 210.5 kilos. Great start to the day. Lauren now, 12.5 kilo jump up to 212.5.
This is a considerable squat jump on Lauren's nominated squat.
Yeah.
Nominated total.
Yeah, and 12 kilos above the best we've ever seen, which was all the way back in October 23. So her prep has obviously gone well. I'm excited to see this. She's fired up.
She's locked it out. We'll see what the judges say.
Yeah, still moves well.
3 white lights. Huge PB.
Yeah, still a little bit left in the tank there, I think, as well for Lauren. So that's an awesome PB. Natalie Lalai coming back out now, 259.5 kilos.
A squat record attempt.
Will at least temporarily attempt the new national record. I'm sure Lucy will retaliate. Nat needs to lock it in first. Just getting all the micro plates ready for this attempt. 59.5 is a combination the spotters don't have to do very often, so a little bit of plate math needed. The bar is now loaded for Natalie Lalai. 259.5. Oh, not quite there today, unfortunately. Again, just sinks it super deep.
Yeah.
Can't quite push through.
And a great catch by our spotters and loaders.
All right, Lucy now. She's chosen to jump all the way up to 265 kilos. Her second did look great at 257. Her 260 in training was probably pretty close to max effort, although the 257 moved a lot better than that today. Let's see how she handles the 7.5 kilo jump here. She'll need these kilos come the back end when she has to battle it out with Nat on the deadlifts. Well, her squats are on fire today.
She's left it out.
Sets the new national squat record. 3 white lights.
That's great attempt selection by the coaching team.
And that will give her a 10 kilo jump on that heading into bench press, where Lucy also has the bigger bench. All right, we're into the men's division now, where Charlie will kick us off. Charlie Kafusi.
A lot of crowd support behind Charlie today.
Absolutely. So Charlie's opening 255. We see here, best ever squat of 280 kilos. And if my stats are correct, Charlie has always gone 9 from 9. Wow.
Easy opener, that's what you'd like to see.
Yeah, super easy opener. And yeah, from the 5 or so comps we have on record, never missed a third in any of the attempts.
Did get one red light with a blue card. Possibly
Maybe just the
knees.
knee there at the end, you see not quite locked.
Yep, just had confirmation from Aiden.
Okay, Daniel Felstein now. Daniel's going to open at 260, best ever comp squat of 285, set back in November of last year. Nice and controlled.
See what the judges say. 3 white lights on the board.
And we'll see him jump up, looking at the stats, probably somewhere between 15 to 17.5 kilos for his second attempt.
I'd say he might have his eyes on the regional QT today.
Okay. We've got William now coming out all the way from ACT. Will's best ever squat, 292.5 kilos, opening 27.5 below that at 265. Squatted 290 as well at a comp back in September last year.
Look good from here.
Yeah, opener moves well. And it looks like Will takes about 17.5 kilo jumps from the data as well. So we will see if that trend continues today when he comes out for the second. And now we have WA local, Taj Smith. Best ever squat, 290 kilos, set at Night of Champions here in Perth, October last year. Opening 20 kilos below that, 270. Has had a few little niggles between Night of Champions and now, but he seems healthy in the gym recently. And this is 5 kilos heavier than we've seen him open at Night of Champs. Wow.
Made light work of that.
Moves that extremely well.
3 white lights. He's on the board.
And now, staying with the WA theme, we have Tristan Sunder coming out now. He's got 275 on the bar, has squatted as much as 307.5 in Malta at Junior Worlds last year. You see Tristan, quite a high bar squatter. Generally depth, not a problem for Tristan.
He's pure power out of the hole.
Strong squat, and still a junior as well. He's got an amazing career ahead of him.
And 3 white lights.
And another WA local, Samisi Amato. We'll hear the crowd fire up here as well. Best ever squat, 290. Set at Junior Nationals last year, he squatted 290. So opening just 5 kilos below that today. Prep has obviously been going well for him.
That looked like a great opener.
Yeah, moves it well. Let's see about depth. Yeah, 2 to 1 though, good lift. Did look right on the line from this angle. Oh, and the replay looks okay, so that's good. Good lift there for Semi. He'll jump up well. Certainly no problem with the weight. And now we have Sam Butterworth coming out. Opening on 290 kilos.
20 kilos below his best squat.
Yeah, we see a best ever squat of 310, set at SBD Cup back in just October. Generally takes reasonably big jumps as well, so definitely pacing towards 310 today or more.
That moves like an opener should.
Yeah, absolutely. That moves very nicely for Sam. 3 white lights. And now our 120 plus competitor, Jackson Stubberfield. This will be his first competition squat since Worlds last year, where after coming back, had knee surgery. Now, he was always in pain squatting before, and his squats feel amazing post-surgery. So if he's now fully recovered, we could see a big PB from him today. He's opening a bit light just to feel it out, obviously. His best ever squat of 350.
Here he comes. Come on, Jackson.
Back at States, I believe, in 2023.
There he is. Come on.
Wowee.
That move's fantastic. He's obviously got a game plan for today. He knows what he needs to hit.
Look, he wants to go back to Worlds. He needs that QT. It's a big ask for him. He'll have to go 10 kilos more than he ever has before. But like I said, he's feeling good. His knees looks like it's recovered well. His bench has gone up significantly as well. So let's see what happens here now. Tonganator, Joshua Lavinia coming out now. Your national champion in the under 120 category last year. And our world's representative in Lithuania. 295 on the bar for Josh. Got him at a best ever squat of 320, which he did at Worlds. Previously taken 15 or 20 kilo jumps on the squats as well, so pacing nicely here today if this moves well. 10 kilos ahead of what he started Worlds at.
That moved very well.
Certainly no issues with depth today.
3 white lights.
All right, and the final WA competitor of the competition and the last of this flight, Cody Wilkes, two-time national weightlifting champion who's crossed over into powerlifting due to some hip issues. He's going to open the competition here at 300 kilos. Best squat on the board of 315, which was his second attempt at Night of Champions. He narrowly missed 335 on that night. He's been asked to replace the bar.
I think soft knees.
Ah, okay, knees weren't fully locked. He's got time. He's got time.
I believe this is Cody's first powerlifting nationals.
It is, yes, yes. He's only done 3 powerlifting meets. Super strong. There we go. That's better. Well, it flies. Let's see about depth. 2-1. Good lift for Cody. He's on the board. Wow, that was electric.
That was quick.
We'll see some big jumps. He does need to make sure he sinks it. That depth was good. He needs to keep it there as the weight gets higher. If he cuts it at all, I think we'll see some more reds. But he's on the board. That squat look good. We're back to the top of the flight with Charlie now. Charlie's last squat is his best ever squat, 280. Back in September last year. 20 kilo jump up from the opener. The opener flew.
Still has 20 seconds.
Again, just been asked to replace the bar for knees. The lifters must lock the knees at the start, or they won't get the start command. That's better.
That looked good.
Yeah, a little bit more work than the opener, but moves it nicely, and we'll get 3 wide lights.
Yeah, I guess the knees is something that might get picked up a bit more with national level referees.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in the stiffer sleeves, I find that you have to really force them back to locked. And some, it's not something that, if you don't get feedback on it in training, it's not something you really notice as a lifter. So I'm surprised we haven't seen it that much this weekend compared to last year's nationals where we saw it a lot.
Yep.
So a lot of people have cleaned that up. A lot of people have moved back to the SBD sleeves that are a bit softer as well. But anyway, a couple of times here already today. Daniel Felstein, now 277.5, 7.5 kilo jump. Nice and controlled into the hole. Good steady speed, yeah, look great.
Three white lights.
And that's a 7.5 below his best ever, so should be pacing towards a PB there on the third for Dan. Now we have Will coming out. He's got 282.5. Best ever squat, 292.5. Opener flew. He's used to the big jumps. 7.5 kilos is pretty standard for him going off all of his comp data. Looks pretty consistent. Let's see how this one moves. If it moves well, could be pacing towards 300. Depth looks good. Weight looks good.
So what the judges say.
Definitely slowed compared to the opener, as you would expect with a big jump. Maybe another 10 there for the third, Dylan. 292.5.
I think so.
Equal his comp best. Bar is now loaded for Taj Smith. Here he comes. 287.5, just below his best ever squat.
A lot of support in the hometown crowd.
What you got, big dog? Come on!
Wow.
But moved extremely well.
Move well, depth
3
look
white
great,
lights.
never in doubt.
Where do you think he goes to from there?
Well, given it's just below best, I think another 7.5, maybe 10.
Yep.
But then he's edging very close to the 300. Does he load it? I don't know. We'll see. Again, I think regional qualifiers will play in, so him and coach will probably be aiming to make sure they lock in that. Tristan Sundin now, 292.5. See Tristan's squat progression here from 277.5 back in 2023 up to 307.5 at Worlds last year.
This is a considerable jump from his opener.
Well, look, that was pretty tough for Tristan, to be honest.
was.
I've seen a lot of his training. You don't often see his squat slow.
I actually play golf with Tristan quite a bit, and he has had a few injuries recently, so that may be playing into it.
Yeah, look, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not sure he's pacing towards the 307.5 today. I think we'll see a squat lower in the 300s, maybe 300 on the dot. Let's see what they load. Samisi Amato now coming out, 302.5, 7.5 kilo jump. And if we look at Semi's squat progression here, this is a 12.5 kilo comp PB, 17.5 more. He missed 300 at Night of Champions twice. He tried to take it for the second. He's jumped to 302 here this time. Prep's obviously gone well for him. Let's see how this one moves.
I think he had some weight cut issues.
Yeah.
For Night of Champions.
Well, the weight doesn't bother him. Let's check the depth. It's good. 3 wide lights. He locks in 302.5. 12.5 kilo comp PB for Samisi. Yeah, absolutely. Semi's weight cuts have always been tough. It looks like he's got it more under control coming in the Nationals. He's got if you've listened to his interview we did back before Night of Champions, the guy has 2 kids. He works construction. He works from 6 a.m., comes home, looks after the kids with his wife, puts them to bed, and then goes out into his garage and trains until 11, 12 at night, and then he's back at work at 6 the next morning. Here comes Sam Butterworth, 305. He's taking a 15 kilo jump. 5 below his best ever, which was at SPD Cup. And for context, he did 302.5 for his second at SPD Cup. So 2.5 more here. Let's see how this moves. He's looking in great shape.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, today all the kilos count.
Absolutely. The battle between him and Josh is insane. Sam got the upper hand back at SPD Cup, but I know missing Worlds hurt him last year. He'll want that spot back today. And yeah, let's see where he jumps to. I think it'll definitely be north of the 310 we've seen him do in the past. 315 now for Cody Wilkes. I think sensible jump here for Cody. We've seen him take 30 kilo jumps in the past. 15 here I think is sensible. The speed of the 300 was amazing, and his depth was good. He just needs to continue that trend now.
Just see if he locks his knees to start.
I'm sure he's learnt. Yep. Looks much better.
We'll see what the judges think about the depth. 2 to 1.
2 to 1. As I think you can sort of see it here on the replay. The one hip does look slightly higher. Yeah, one hip slightly higher. So anyway, that's a good lift. 2 to 1. He's on the board with 315. Locks in valuable kilos. So smart move from Cody and his handler there to not take some of the jumps we've seen him do in the past. Here's Josh now coming out with 315. He's taking a 20 kilo jump. That's pretty normal for Josh. I've seen him squat 320 in the past. And if I'm honest, he'll want more than that today to give him as much lead as possible. He's a big bencher as well, but Sam will have the final say with massive deadlift. So this is 10 kilos more than his second at Worlds. All right.
I'd say training has been going pretty well.
We'll definitely see north of 320 loaded here today for Josh. 3 white lights.
As expected.
Okay. The battle is on. The battle is on because he wants that first place as well. Whether or not any of these athletes choose to go to Worlds, if you get the first spot, you then get choice because we have a packed regional calendar this year as well. We have comps in Japan, which everyone is very keen to go to, as well as Germany for Worlds. Jackson Stubberfield now 330 on the bar, 35 kilo jump. It seems like a huge jump, but this is pretty standard for Jackson. He started light, given it was his first comp squat back from knee surgery. So jumping up to 330 now.
This was his best squat at his last competition.
Come on.
Looks good.
Moves well. Little nod from Kelly Mann on the sideline. She's happy with it. There we go. 3 white lights. Just had the center ref's remote disconnect for a second, but good lift for Jackson Stubberfield. He locks in 330, which, like we said, his best comp squat of basically equal best comp squat of 2024. When he had that knee pain that was creeping up on him. He's had the surgery. That's a good gauge that he's obviously feeling really nice today. We may see about a 350, I would say.
Yep.
Maybe they'll bring it back a little bit to play it safe.
Needs the numbers today.
He'll need at least
345.
345 probably would be the minimum I'd say he'll want. Okay, now we've had 2 lifters load the same weight and the order just slightly changed. So wrong lifter come out. All right, it's Daniel, not Charles. Here comes Daniel now, 290 kilos. He's jumped up 12 and a half. And this will be 5 kilo comp PB from his comp in November.
That was a great fight.
Yeah, I mean, he's a nice controlled squatter and he sticks through that.
2-1.
2-1, good lift. Locks in a 5 kilo PB. Great work there for Daniel. Now we have Charles coming out. Same weight on the bar, 290 kilos. 10 kilo comp PB here for Charlie. And as we said, in the 5 comps we have data on Charlie, he has never missed a lift. Don't want to give him the curse, but he executes. Let's see how he handles this here for a 10 kilo comp PB. Let's get those knees locked. Looks good. And that trend continues.
Yep, great attempt selection.
Yeah, perfect weight selection there. 2.5 might have been enough to knock him over the edge.
3 white lights.
On track for a great day for Charlie. 10 kilo PB on the squats. All right, Will now coming out for 292.5.
So it's equally his best ever.
And yeah, I think smart move here. Take the 10 kilo jump. And
Not there
unfortunately,
today.
not quite there today.
Great catch for our spotters.
All right, Taj Smith will come out now. Looks like Taj being handled by your under 93 kilo champion, Adam Jones, there today.
This will be a 10 kilo PB if he's successful.
Oh, wow.
That's
Taj Smith.
great attempt selection.
I couldn't see anything wrong with it from here. Let's see if the refs like it. There we go. 3-1
Three white lights.
Great day out for Taj so far. Locking in a 10 kilo PB on the squats. You're pacing towards that 800 kilo total. If he keeps this trend moving, 787 was his previous best. Tristan Sunder now. Yeah, and as expected, they've just put in a 7.5.
Yep.
The top end around 307.5, definitely not there today. As you said, maybe a couple of little injuries. Second still moved okay though, so this should be within range. Let's see. Yep.
Not good from here.
Yeah, and perfect weight selection there because 2.5 more definitely wouldn't have been it. Okay.
Three
Good
white
lift.
lights.
Samisi Amato.
If he's successful, this will be a 20 kilo squat PB.
That's insane, 20 kilo PB if successful. Let's see how he handles this here. And again, he has the smaller deadlift, so he'll want every squat kilo he can get. Crowd goes wild. The depth looked good from here, Dylan.
He's done it.
3 white lights. He locks in 310 kilos. A 20 kilo comp PB for his third and final attempt. Samisi is on fire here this morning. Let's hope that means good things for the deadlift. I know he's been chasing that 300 kilo deadlift for a long time. Will it come today? We'll find out later. But now we have the battle for the top. Sam, Josh, Cody. Sam's out first, 315 kilos on the bar. He's taken a 10 kilo jump, 5 kilo PB if successful. Second move well, so I expect this to do the same. But it is more than we've seen Sam squat before, so let's see.
They look good from here.
The load certainly not a problem, and 3 white lights for Sam, 5 kilo PB. That puts him in a really good spot. moving into the bench and the deadlift.
Can Josh and Cody respond?
It's going to be interesting to watch.
Well, Cody has loaded a national squat record, 323.
And given Sam has so much momentum rolling off SBD Cup just a few months ago with his best ever total, they're going to have to fight. All right, Cody Wilkes now. Again, another smart attempt selection here from Cody. We've seen him do much bigger jumps in the past. He's taken an 8 kilo jump to attempt the national squat record here at 323 kilos. This chip could become important later if he gets this. Depth good. Wow. That's the best squat he's done today.
Yep, that was very quick.
He gets 3
white.
whites.
That's the new squat record.
So Cody Wilkes, at least temporarily, is your new national squat record holder at 323 kilograms.
And Josh is coming up at 325.5.
Okay. Josh has the big bench. Cody and Sam will try to stay in the contention there. And then Cody and Sam both have monster deadlifts. So it's going to be an interesting battle. Here's Josh getting ready on the sidelines. And Josh executes fairly well. He's only missed a third. Well, he misses around a third of his final attempts from roughly 6 comps we have here in the database.
Come on. Get after it.
I think importantly, hasn't missed for a while. When I look at the data, in the last 3 competitions, including Nationals and Worlds, when the pressure's been on, he's executed those thirds. So let's see how he handles this here. 5.5 kilo PB and your national record. There it is.
There it is. What did the referee say? 3 white lights. And he's happy.
Well, all 3 of the top lifters are on fire here today. We've seen PBs across the board from Cody, from Sam, and now from Josh. It's going to set this battle up coming in deadlifts absolutely amazingly. I'm not even joking. If you're watching this at home and you're in Perth, drive to Scarborough right now. You'll want to see these deadlifts in person. We have Jackson Stubberfield now in the 120 plus category. He's gone for, as we said, 345 kilos. 5 kilos below the best we've ever seen him do. But like we said, he's here battling for the 910 total. And this 345 will put him in a good position to achieve that. So he can't leave any kilos behind here in squats. Let's watch. Punches.
Great attempt selection.
Yeah, right on the money. Locks it in. I don't think there'll be any problems. 3 whites.
He's on track.
So, wow, big important lift for Jackson there. That is the right number that he needs to set himself up with his bench and his deadlift to hit the 910. Now, bench has progressed extremely well also. I think I've seen him Larson press his 215, which was his previous. So I think we can probably get a 5 kilo-ish PB in the bench. And his deadlift just probably needs to stick about the same, and he's on track.
Yeah.
So great work there from all of our lifters. That was fire. We'll be right back. Currently in the lead, you have Yanni in the under 84 kilo women, Lucy in the 84 kilo plus. And then in the under 120s, we have Josh in the lead with the new national squat record. And then obviously in the 120 plus, Jackson Stubberfield having a great day so far, hitting 345 just there. We'll be right back in less than 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Bench press coming up.
Cheers. Cheers. I'm here with Sam in the lead up to the 2025 Open National Series. Sam, how you feeling?
Feeling good. Just wrapped up the last session here at the club. Just a bit of squat and bench, and yeah, feeling good.
What have you changed coming into this prep? You know, you just come off SBD Cup, you've come off Nationals, Worlds athlete.
Yeah.
What have you changed? What's the difference?
I think the biggest thing over the last 12 months, even a bit longer since signing with Jason, is just kind of a restart of falling in love with the process of training again.
Yeah.
Just treating every session as it comes, not thinking too far ahead, kind of falling in love with the process and just, enjoying myself in the gym.
Is that advice you'd probably give to younger self or younger lifters coming up in the game as well?
100%, yeah. You got to take the good days with with the good and the bad days with the bad, and just roll with it. Yeah, each session that comes, and just have fun. You know, that's why it's a hobby. At the end of the day, like, you know, we don't get paid too much for it. I mean, there's more and more money coming into the sport, but you gotta have fun.
I asked this to Shania before. I'm going to ask you again. You've been to WA a few times. What's your favourite part?
Well, hopefully when we go to Roddy next week, I want to see a little quokka. I want to get a little selfie. I'm here for the quokkas.
You're here for the quokkas, yeah. The competition's second, yeah, cool. The 120s, talk to me about it.
Stacked, brother.
Stacked.
I
think a few years ago when you came into the game, maybe you were leading the pack a little bit. It's a little bit denser now. Does that change your game plan?
Not really. I think this year I definitely feel more prepared mentally for it.
Yep.
Obviously, there's even more competition now. Last year it was just me and Josh. This year we've got Cody, Tristan, all the other guys down the pack there. So yeah, each year it's getting more and more competitive. I think this year I'm coming in feeling more mentally prepared for that. Just kind of treating the day with what I want to do, and then when that bar hits the floor, just have a tug.
Awesome. I assume obviously it's going for the gold medal, trying to secure that World's ticket.
100%.
Are we going to see the biggest deadlift in Australian history?
Similar to SPD Cup, that'll be a little side quest.
Cool.
I'm going to load whatever I need for the win. If that comes as a result of that, then for sure. But yeah, training was really, really good. Deadlift prep was good, so I expect to pull something nice and fun.
I'm excited for it.
Sweet.
Best of luck, bro.
Thanks so
I
much.
can't wait to see you tug.
Sweet.
Up next is the bench press. After unracking the bar, the athlete will lie completely motionless with their elbows locked. The head referee will give the start command. The bar is lowered and paused until it is motionless on the chest. The athlete will receive the press command, pushing the bar back to the starting position. Once motionless, the rack command is given. A good lift is awarded where elbows are locked, the head and glutes remain in contact with the bench throughout the lift, the feet remain flat on the platform, adequate elbow depth is reached, there is no downward movement of the bar, and all commands are followed.
And welcome back to the bench press session now. We will start back at the top with the 84 kilo plus and the under 84 kilo women's. And your first lifter out will be Rebecca with 85 kilos loaded on the bar.
So Rebecca did bench 95 kilos in the last fortnight.
Wow. Clean opener.
Look good.
3 white lights there from the referees. And she is on the board, 85 kilos. And yeah, okay, prep looked like she did well, 95 kilos in prep. So let's see what she paces for here on the second and third. Coming out now, we have Lauren, 87.5 on the bar for her second attempt.
This is Herb.
So that's been equal comp PB from what I can see there. Wow. For an equal comp PB. That absolutely flew. 3 white lights. Adds the PBs in the squat as well, I'm pretty certain. Adele Patelli now coming out, 87.5 as well for her. This will equal her previous comp PB she did back earlier last year, I think at Alliance Day.
So prep has gone pretty well.
Yeah, she was moving well in squats, coming back and grabbing. Did she go 3 from 3?
She did.
Yeah,
Last comp.
3 from 3, so that's good. On her bench, and today, even on her squats. Yeah, 3 from 3 as well. So she started the day well. Moves pretty clean for an opener.
On the board.
She does a little sink on the chest. There's a little bobble there. We'll see if they hold her a little bit longer on the next one. As the weight gets a bit heavier, though, that may settle automatically. Rhiannon now with also 87.5 on the bar.
5 kilos below her best.
Rhiannon did well, missed the first squat on depth. Was able to recompose herself, come back out, grab the second, and then grab the third. Jumping up 10 kilos to the 170. Always hard, missing that first squat. It can rattle some people, but Rhiannon did really well there. And that's the importance of starting lighter than you think you probably need to. A little bit of work for an opener, but again, don't follow these lifters' training that closely, so we're not sure exactly what her lifts always look like, and everyone is different. Some people are super fast. I mean, that moves smoothly, so I'm pretty comfortable. She's got more in the tank there.
On the board.
She's on the board. That's the more important thing. Absolutely. Adjua now. 97.5 kilos.
She doubled 95 to finish her peaking block.
All right, and she's done as high as 105 previously in September of last year. 102.5 at last year's Nationals. Let's see how this one moves.
Very easy.
Wow. Looks good there for her opener. Nicola Orr now coming out 102.5.
She benched 110 in the last fortnight.
Oh, wow. Her comp PB from Nationals last year was 100, and she's opening 2.5 above that. Did she... Just hover over that one there for me, Dylan. Let's see. Okay, and 100 was her third last year, and she's just come out and smoked 102. Yeah, great looking opener there. 2.5 kilo comp PB straight off the bat. All right. Rebecca Blenken now. 105 for her first attempt.
Nominated total had a 110 bench, so if this moves well, could be looking for a PB today.
Yeah, last couple of comps, 110, 107s. So in range today, starting at 105.
A little bit of work.
Yeah, fairly smooth though, so she'll have some more kilos there. And like you said, I'd say maybe she takes the 5 kilo jump to equal her PB on the second.
She got 1 red.
From the center ref, red card, we will assume elbow depth. Generally red from the center ref means elbows. Yanni now coming out, 120 kilos for her opener.
She did bench 132.5 during training.
Wow. Comp best 125, and this is where Beth would have grabbed some kilos back if she was competing today. Beth with the slightly higher bench press, but Yanni's also incredibly strong with all 3 lifts. It would have been a great battle. Yanni here. It's a little bit of work, but she's got long arms and moves it well.
Good opener. She got
Now,
1 yellow.
Let's look. Yellow for the side. Couldn't see much there. Generally yellow, can be butt lift, can be a foot slide, can be a number of things. Natalie Lalai now coming out. You'll hear the crowd light up.
From that bench, from what I could see, 127.5 during prep.
Yeah. Yeah, her bench has progressed well. Having close to 9 months off from competing, able to just spend time building, and her bench has progressed well. So I think we'll see a PB here today. Wow. We'll definitely see a comp PB here today.
Looks fantastic. Great opener.
Yeah, moved really well. We're pacing up somewhere around 140, I would assume, today. We have Lucy now coming out. Lucy is a big bench press, and she's going to open all the way at 142.5.
2.5 below her best ever bench.
Moves smoothly.
A little
bit
bit
slow. Yeah, a little bit of work.
3 white lights.
I think I seen a bench 150 in prep. Somewhere around that anyway. All right, and into our second attempts, we have Rebecca coming out now with 90 kilos. She's jumped up 5.
This is to match her best ever comp bench.
Yeah, hit the 90 back in August of last year. See if she can equal that here today. Clean second attempt there. Equal comp PB.
Think another 5?
I would say she'll jump 5, yeah. Always hard to tell with bench press. It drops off extremely quickly, but I think she's got 5 there. Adele Patelli now coming out with 90 kilos on the bar. This will be a 2.5 kilo comp PB. She opened at her previous comp max. It was a bit of work though, so I'm not surprised that we've opted for the 2.5 kilo jump here. I think smart move. Let's see how she handles it. And that was a lot cleaner than her opener. You see that bobble on the chest that she had on the first has disappeared, and it's a much cleaner press. So should be looking good for at least another 2.5 there on the third. Bar loaded now for Lauren. She's coming out with 92.5, a 5 kilo jump from the opener.
5 kilo PB if she's successful.
Okay. Yeah, so she's hit 87.5 back in August of last year.
She takes about 5 kilo jumps by the looks in her history.
Yeah, opened on a previous comp best, so that's awesome. And it moved well from memory. Well, that's still pretty clean.
Great second.
See that tiny little bit of hesitation midway through the lift, but doesn't slow much at all. So, yeah, maybe another 5 kilo jump there to the third. See how she's feeling. already locking in the PBs. And Rhiannon now coming out with 92.5. This will equal the comp PB she had from November last year. We only have the one IPF comp on the record books for Rhiannon. Presses it well, yeah. Unfortunately, though, we've got a centre ref judge card, red card for elbow depth, and we've got a yellow card from the side. Let's look for butt lift or a foot slip. Not much I could see there, but we had a yellow from the side and a red from the centre.
Yellow be skipping calls?
It could be, yes. Could be. One of the side refs may have thought she jumped the press command or the rack command. Absolutely. Bit hard to tell that on the replay, but here we have Adjua coming out now with 102.5. She's up 5 kilos from her opening attempt, and just 2.5 below her best ever. Her first moved really well, so not surprised to see the 5 kilo jump here. Wow, still pretty good.
Not good.
So pacing, I think, towards the 107 for that 2.5 kilo comp PB on the third, I would assume.
Yeah, looks like she takes 5 kilo jumps on her previous thirds.
Yep, nice press. Okay, bar loaded now for Nicola. 107.5 on the bar, 5 kilo jump up from her opening attempt.
For a 7.5 kilo personal best.
Yeah. So best ever was at Nationals last year where she hit 100 kilos. Since she opened 2.5 kilos above that. Wow.
Great second.
Yeah, it looks good. I don't think the refs will have any problems. They don't. 3 white lights. Nicola locks in 7.5 kilo comp PB on her second. With room for her third as well. So let's see if she takes another 2.5, maybe even a 5 there. And Rebecca now, this flight moving extremely quickly. 112.5 on the bar for Rebecca. 7.5 kilo jump.
This will be for a 2.5 kilo PB.
Yeah, benching 110 in August last year.
Well, she's missed that one, 2 to 1.
Okay.
One for depth and maybe a call.
Hard to tell what the definitely a red card from the centre for elbow depth. Not sure what the side ref is picking up there. We might see if we can. I think I may have just seen an indication that they saw the foot lift potentially on the side that we can't see on the replay. Not sure. Here comes Yanni now though, 125. She's jumped up from 120 on her opening attempt. And this will equal her comp PB from SBD Cup.
And she benched 132.5 in training.
Yeah, prep's been going well for Yanni.
A little bit of work.
Yeah, still looking good though. I think she's
2 to 1.
definitely got probably 130 would be there. Not sure about the 132.
Another maybe foot slip again, or foot coming up.
Natalie Lalai now out for 132.5, 5 kilo jump.
2.5 kilo personal best.
Yeah, 130 at Worlds, only 125 at last year's Nationals, so 5 kilo PB at Worlds, and then aiming for a 2.5 kilo here on her second attempt.
Moved well.
Pretty clean. You see that little sticking point she has in the middle start to come out just a touch there.
Would you like to see 2.5 or 5 after that?
Well, they'll do the stats, right? They can't risk any additional kilos. She did leave a little bit behind on the squats. So I don't think they'll like to risk it here. They might just go the 2.5. but let's see. 5, I think 5 would be there if she needs it. But let's see. Lucy now out with 150. She's jumped 7.5. National record attempt.
And for a 5 kilo personal best.
I'm sure I seen her bench this the other day in prep. And it was around max effort, so we'll see how the tapers work for her. Yeah, just not quite there on strength, unfortunately. She fights with it for a long time, but can't quite get it to lockout.
See how she goes in her third attempt. She'll take that again.
She needs to come back and grab it. If she leaves that 7.5 behind, the door's wide open for Nat then.
So it pulls back a lot of that squat advantage that she built.
Now, interestingly, Shania did just put an attempt in for Lucy, so we'll see if they have gone up. It is good to put an attempt in anyway, even if you don't have to. But let's see what she has entered in. Bar loaded now for Rhiannon. We're in the back to the top of the flight. Rhiannon's going to take 92.5 again. So we got one red from the center referee for elbow depth, and then one of the sides picked something up on a yellow card. We couldn't quite see it from our angle. Okay, Lucy has chosen to retake the 150. That's the smartest move, given it was on strength. Rhiannon now.
See the elbows?
Yeah, and so this time she's got a red from one of the sides. And you see, I think it's this right-hand elbow a little bit higher. The bar was a little bit crossed up. And it's enough where the side referee can then see elbow depth as well. And she's got the 2 reds, unfortunately. But thankfully, she got her opener. She's on the board. She stays in the competition. Rebecca now, 95 kilos. 5 kilo jump from her opening attempt. So we have 5 kilo comp PB if successful. Great progression from just August. She hit that 90 kilo PB. So if she can get this here. Oh, wow. And she's had so much more in the tank. So much more.
3 white lights. Great third.
So, yeah, she's obviously, who knows what's changed. Externals, programming, technique, not sure. But to jump up 5 kilos with room in the tank in only a few months is great to see. Lauren now coming out. She's taking 95 as well. Smart move here. The 92.5 was a bit of work. They've taken a safe 2.5 jump. May have had 5 at a stretch, but let's see if she can handle this now. And we're still 5 kilos. Said this would be 7.5 above her comp PB.
She makes about half of her third attempts.
Yeah.
Great selection.
Great selection there. It's exactly the right weight. Yep, look good from here. 3 white lights. Locks it in. 7.5 kilo comp PB. Amazing. Adele now coming out with 95 as well on the bar. And again, it will be a 7.5 kilo comp PB if successful. Already locked in the 90. Can she extend the PB even further? Sticks with it, does well. Great attempt selection there for Adele. Locks in 7.5 kilo comp PB if the refs like it. Just waiting for the lights. Yeah, good lift.
Great PB.
Yeah, Adele having a great day out so far. We have Adjua now, as expected, has jumped the 5 kilos to try and grab a 2.5 kilo comp PB at 107.5. Both attempts so far have moved really nicely. Not expecting any trouble for her here, but let's see. Clean.
Yep, look good. Should be a good PB. Yep, 3 white lights.
Yeah, she's super happy with that one. Takes another PB from the bench press. 2.5 kilos added to her best total. And we have Nicola now coming out, 112 on the bar. And this is a huge PB. Both of her attempts so far have been very speedy. Comp best prior to this, as we said, Nationals last year was only 100 kilos, and she's already added 7.5 to that. Wants another 5 here. And I think she'll get it. Looked okay from our angle. Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 white lights. Great day for Nicola. 12.5 kilo comp PB on bench press in just a year. That's pretty insane progression, to be honest.
Fantastic progression.
Okay, Rebecca Blenken now missed her second at 112. Coming out now at 115 for the third. From memory, we had a 1 elbow depth call and a yellow card from one of the side judges, or refs. Let's see now.
Not there today.
Fortunately, yeah, just too heavy there, the 115. It's okay though. Walks away with the 105 locked in.
We have a record attempt here from Jan.
Yeah, Yanni will attempt 128.5 kilos.
3.5 kilo bench personal best.
Yeah, I assume the record was at 127 or 128 prior. You've seen a bench more than this in prep, so let's see.
Shouldn't be any issues with that.
Yeah, good selection there from Coach Alex Hayes to set that one up. I think it was a great choice.
2 to 1.
2 to 1, a yellow card. Again. All right, Nat Lalai now. Again, they chose to play it reasonably safe here. They don't want to leave any kilos behind. Taking the 2.5 jump up to 135.
The crowd is behind her.
This for a 5 kilo comp PB off her nomination total, 2.5 above her second attempt here today.
Great selection. I think that moved better than her second.
Yeah, it probably did. Look, they probably could have risked it and went to 5. But she wants the kilos on the back end. Build the subtotal. She couldn't afford to leave 2.5 or 5 behind. So
Definitely.
Great choice. And now we need to see what happens here. Lucy will come out again and reattempt 150. She missed it on strength on the second. It may have been some sort of misgroove. Not sure. Let's see what she can do here on the third. She leaves 7.5 kilos behind here. The door is wide open for Nat to just streak ahead. So let's see. Needs this lift. National record attempt. Huge bench press. That's better.
It is. What do the judges say?
Locks it in.
3 white lights.
Good lift there for Lucy. Recovers from the second. Looks like it was a bit of a misgroove, and she's able to regather for that one. All right, we'll move up into our men's flights now. Again, we've got the 120, under 120s and the 120 plus here today. Opening our account here will be Taj Smith, who just set a big PB on his squats. He's going to open with 152.5.
Best bench 167.5.
I'm not sure his bench has been feeling the greatest over the last few weeks. But we'll see what sort of magic the taper has worked for him here today.
Just locking an opener.
Wow.
Richie has.
I would say so.
Yep. 3 white
Moves
lights.
very nicely.
We have William coming out next with 157.5. 12.5 kilos below his best. Shouldn't have any issues with that.
No, looks pretty clean from where we're sitting. Referees agree. Daniel Felstein now, 167.5 on the bar. Previous best attempts around the 175, 177.5 there back in 2023, October, which would have been nationals back in the Gold Coast. So opening not far below that today.
Good opener.
Yeah, nice and smooth. I think we'll be heading towards PB here today if that pace continues. Smisi Amato now coming out with 170 for his opening attempt. We've seen Smisi around 182.5, Night of Champions and at Junior Nationals last year.
And he
has attempted 185 before at comp, but missed. So let's see how this one moves. Presses it well.
looks good.
3 whites for Samisi on the board. Locking in a massive squat PB earlier in the day. And bench off to a good start now. Bar loaded now for Sam Butterworth.
175, previous best of 190.
Yeah, bench 190 at SPD Cup. We'll want at least that today, I would say. Opening at 175. Sort of jumps as Sam normally take there, Dylan.
That's sort of
Tens,
seven
seven and a half to
10,
tens.
yeah.
Okay. So in range. Wow.
Yep, very quick.
Okay.
It's all about building the subtotal today.
Yeah. I would say a 10 kilo jump there on the second. Looking at his previous data, often does a 10 and then a 7.5 or a 10, depending on how it's feeling. Bar loaded now for Charles Kafusi.
Opening 20 kilos below his best.
Yeah, Charlie, a lifter who takes big jumps in all 3 lifts, so we'll see significant shoot-ups there. I'd say at least 10 kilo jumps.
In fact, this is what he opened on his last competition, where he finished with 195.
Okay.
Hasn't got his elbows locked there.
He's only got 10 seconds left on the clock. Can he get the command in time? He does, thankfully.
Very quick.
You see Zach Fryer getting the hell out of the way very quickly as he gives that hand out to not cost him any valuable seconds. Gets a good press in the end at 175. And like in his squats where he had to just readjust the knee lock, he'll do the same here on the bench. Even Coach Alex Hayes from the coach's box was screaming at him, lock your elbows, lock your elbows. So they'll readjust that out the back now. I'm sure he won't miss it again on the second attempt. Tristan Sunder now 185 on the bar.
I'd say Tristan's bench is feeling pretty good.
Yeah, opening just 10 below his best ever.
Moved well. 3 white lights.
Yeah, no problems there for Tristan. Cody Wilkes coming out now. He's going to open 187.5, his previous comp PB. Okay, this was his second attempt at Night of Champions. Opening with it here. He spent a lot more time in on this pad lately than he did in his previous preps.
And it shows.
And it shows very quick. Yeah, he doesn't train at a powerlifting specific gym normally, but does come into Strength Club from time to time. And this prep, I've seen him in the gym quite a lot, taking it a lot more seriously. And it's showing here today, opening at his previous comp best and doing it at a RPE 5. Here comes Josh now, 200 on the bar to open his account.
17.5 below his personal best, but he did bench 222.5 recently in training.
Yeah, he's got a big bench on him, and he's going to want every one of those kilos today coming into this deadlift battle.
And he takes jumps as big as 15 kilos. Great opener.
Yeah, looks good. Strong lad. Stubbs, Jackson Stubberfield coming out now. 205 on the bar. Previous best 215 at Worlds last year. But his bench prep, at least in previous months, I haven't seen it the last 4 weeks or so, but after Worlds, particularly as his knee was recovering, he was doing a lot of benching, and it was looking really, really good.
It's really accelerated the process.
Yeah, absolutely. No leg drive, and I'm sure I've seen him with no feet bench 215. So let's see today what he can do.
Wow.
Yeah, powerful. You see Stubbs opts for the sink technique. Kelly Mann, his coach, is a master of that technique. You see a lot of her clients like Meg Scanlon also nail it, and Stubbs executes it brilliantly there.
Jackson is a man on a mission today. He's
Yeah,
chasing
absolutely.
that total.
Absolutely. Taj Smith now coming in. 7.5 kilo jump, 160 loaded on the bar. pacing towards his previous best of 167.5 if successful here, I would assume. Already PB'd on the squat. Okay.
Look good.
Yeah, I would say they'll jump to 7.5 and try and equal his previous comp PB. Nothing there suggesting me he's having
red,
dramas.
one yellow to the side.
It's a little bit hard to see on the angle there. Could have been a slight butt lift. Did look like he kicked a little bit there in the middle, but good lift nonetheless. Will now out for 165. He's jumped 7.5 and just 5 kilos below his best ever, which was all the way back the 4th month of 23. More recent times he's been benching around 167.5, so this is right below his recent PBs.
Relatively comfortable. A little bit of a push at the beginning.
Yeah, a little bit of work. They may take the 5 to the 170 and match his previous PB. Or if they're trying to play it safe, I think they'll go the 2.5, but we'll see. Daniel Felstein now
Big jump.
Yeah, 12.5 kilo jump. 180 on the bar. And this will be a 2.5 kilo PB over anything we've seen from Dan in the past. All the way back, I think at Gold Coast Nationals was his previous PB, 177.5. Oh, no, that was 22, so this was 23. So October 23 he hit his PB.
There's some work.
Yeah, it's nice and controlled though. It's sort of one speed from the bottom to the top.
3 white lights.
No real sticking point in there.
Maybe another 2.5.
I think so. Samisi Amado coming out for a 10 kilo jump. He's opened a flu at 170. This will be just narrowly below his prior best benches at 182.5 at Night of Champions and Junior Nationals last year. If this moves well, he'll be pacing for a PB to add to the PB he got on his squats earlier as well.
There's some work to it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work there for Semi.
I didn't see, 3 white lights, no issues.
No, it was a good press. Okay, and we see, looking at his previous data, at Night of Champs, he attempted 182.5 on the second and then missed 185 on the third. I would say they'll just go the 2.5 on the third and see what they can grab. Did seem like some effort there for Samisi. Sam Butterworth now, 185. He's taken a 10 kilo jump. Thought he may have taken more, given how well the opener moved, but
just trying to build that subtotal.
He can't leave kilos behind, so no risk here for Sam today. He needs kilos. He needs every lift.
Wow.
Still very clean.
Another 10?
I think he has to go another 10. Whilst he needs to be safe, he also can't hold back too far, or the gap will just be too big for him to deadlift. So he needs to go at least another 10. Charles Kafusi now, 190 on the bar. Had some issues locking his elbows on the unrack. He's jumped 15.
So normally jumps 10.
Right, okay. Slightly bigger than normal jump, but he may have opened lower just to get the nerves out of the system. So that's okay. I'm sure he'll have tuned the elbows out the back here now, and we won't have the same issue. We don't. Looks good.
Yep. Fantastic bench press.
Tristan Sunder now, 192.5, 7.5 jump from his second and just 2.5 below the best we've seen him do at Malta last year.
Some work to it, but still move well. That's where white lights.
Still move reasonably quick. And given it is right below his previous PB, I think they'll go the 5. I think they'll aim for the 2.5 kilo PB there, but let's see. Cody Wilkes now, 7.5 jump. He's opened on a PB.
This will be a 7.5 kilo PB.
And the opener flew. Looked really good technically, so I'm excited to see how this one moves. The most we've ever seen him attempt on the platform before. 192.5, the previous top we've seen him attempt.
I have spotted him benching, I believe, 202.5 in the gym.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw over 200 the other day.
Moved well, a little bit sticky at the top.
Yeah, there's some work in that for sure. See what he chooses to go. I think it still moves pretty smooth though. I think he'll go 5. 2.5 would be the safe choice, but I think he'll go the 5, but let's see. Jackson Stubberfield now, 215.
He's jumped 2.5 kilos.
2.5, good, smart move. Smart move, he's playing a smart game here today. Jackson Stubbs, 215 on the bar. I believe this was his previous best attempt.
I believe this is what we saw him last in press.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him do this without feet, yep. Yep, so I'm expecting this to move well, but let's see. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, it was a 10 jump from first to second. They have to take at least another 10 jump there.
But he had played safe at 7.5, knowing that he's going to build.
I think he needs the 10. I think he needs the 10 to take some pressure off the deadlift. I think it's safe. Looking at the way that moved, there's nothing there that says he can't do another 10. I think 10 is a smart move, but let's see what Kelly locks in. Josh now coming out with 215 as well. 2.5 below what he benched in Lithuania last year for his second attempt.
Wow.
Moves well for Josh. It's slow and controlled, but nothing there that says he's at max. So that looks good. And Jackson and Kelly have chosen to split the difference between what we were thinking, and they've gone for 7.5, which is a smart move. They've obviously done the math, and they know that's what they need to hit this 9-10 kilo qualifying total. We'll see how much Josh jumps there. We were only 2.5 below. So we might see another 5 from Josh, maybe 7.5 if he wants to stretch, but again, he can't afford to miss either, so let's see now, back to the top of the flight now, third attempt, bench presses here with Taj Smith opening the account, 165, 5 kilo jump.
So playing it safe, 2.5 kilos below his personal best.
Yeah, unfortunately, not quite there for Taj today. As we said, I don't think he had the best bench prep. A couple little maybe niggles in the shoulder in recent weeks. But still manages to get the 160 on the board and has PB'd in the squat. So total still looking fine. Will now coming out 175 kilo jump.
This is a match his best ever.
Yeah. Yeah, as expected. We thought he may try and match. The second was a little bit of work. Not a heap, but a little bit. So
the last time he benched this though was back in April 23. So
yeah, long time ago. Long time ago. 167 is his best in recent times. Oh,
not there today.
Just not there, yeah.
And Josh has loaded the bench press national record. He's going for 223.
Okay.
I did see him bench 222.5 in training on social media.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's out of reach. I do think it has a bit of risk attached to it, so
Definitely.
we'll see. We'll see. But you have to take risks in these competitions, I guess. Dan Felstein now, 182.5. He's just jumped 2.5. Second was some work, so smart move here. Try and grab the extra 2.5 kilos. And it's a big comp PB anyway. He's already 5 kilos above, or 2.5 above his previous best back in 2023.
Look good.
Yeah. And pushes through it really well. Long time under tension there for Dan. Very slow, controlled descent. And then very similar on the way back up, just pushes through. Samisi coming out now. And yeah, 2.5 as expected. Jump here for Samisi.
Just match his previous personal best.
Second was tough.
Yeah.
Second was tough. Hopefully it was a misgroove and this one moves okay, but let's see here. Not leaving much behind if it doesn't.
This bench is the lift that has the sort of quickest drop off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not there today. But that's okay. Only leaves the, well, it doesn't really leave anything behind because the 180 was work, so that was the smallest possible increment. And he's already added 20 kilos to the PB on the squat, so still 17.5 up on his best ever subtotal. Huge. Sam Butterworth now. Jump 5.
Was playing it safe, not going for a bench PB today, equaling his best.
Yeah, and looked at how his second moved. It was extremely fast, just looked like his opener, so let's see here. Hopefully this moves the same. He locks it in and goes into deadlift in a good position.
Very similar to the previous two.
Yeah, absolutely. His bench is moving well today. Definitely had some more in the tank. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him when we get to deadlifts. Cody Wilkes now. Again, the safe move here. The second moved okay.
Did.
But knows he needs every kilo. And so he's opted for the 2.5 here.
Which is a 10 kilo personal best if he's successful.
Yeah. Well, look, great attempt selection there from Cody.
3 white lights.
Again, it moved about the same as the second, but you never know. That extra 2.5 may have pushed him over the top. It may have been there. But definitely,
again, all about building the subtotal.
It's all about building the subtotal, for sure. Tristan Sunder now with 197.5, 5 kilo jump here, 2.5 kilo PB if successful. Lost a little bit off his squats. May have had a few little niggles lately that have seen him 7.5 kilos down from his best squat. But looking to grab a little bit back here on the bench press. And it looks good.
Yep. I think he's done it. 3 white lights.
Yeah, nice work. So, closes that gap on what he left behind on squats to just 5 kilos. And hopefully his deadlift's feeling good, and we might see him tapping on that podium spot later on in the competition.
And he's a big deadlifter.
Charles coming out now with a 200 on the bar. He's jumped 10. 190 looked great.
5 kilo personal best if he's successful. Got stuck at the top.
Yeah, unfortunately not quite there for Charles today. Jackson Stubberfield coming out for that 7.5 kilo jump. Will be a big PB for him.
He needs this.
He looks comfortable.
He does. Confident.
I've definitely seen 4 reds on the bar for him in the gym before. I can't remember if it was with collars or not, but let's see how he takes this. Oh.
Wow.
Flies, 7.5 kilo PB. Does get 1 red with a blue card from a side ref. Not sure, I can't see too much there. Downward movement of the bar, maybe failure to lock elbows. Maybe they thought his elbows weren't quite locked at the top. But good lift nonetheless, and it moves very well. Takes the 7.5. Takes the squat PB in, and he's pacing well towards achieving that 9:10 total that he needs to go back to Worlds in Germany midway through this year. Joshua now coming out for national bench press record attempt, 223 kilos on the bar. This will be a 5.5 kilo personal best if successful.
Very important lift in the context of today's battle.
Let's see here. 215 moved okay, but there was a little bit of work in it. There's definitely some risk involved with this, but he's going for it. Wow.
Yep. Great attempt selection.
Spot on the money, and that is a very important lift for Joshua to make. He needed all those kilos. And he does get the 3 white lights. Locks it in, a new national record. And more importantly, super important kilos heading in to the back end of this draw. So if we look here quickly at the scoreboard, we have in the under 84 kilo women's, we have a clear winner, or clear leader at the moment in Yanni. She's out in front on a 531 0.5 kilo forecasted total. And then in the 84 kilo plus, currently Nat Lalai forecasted in front by just 2.5 kilograms over Lucy. They're going to have to go deadlift for deadlift, and it's going to depend on who takes the bigger jumps as we move into that category. And then in the men's, can't quite see it there on our screen, but if I bring up lift and cast, we have in first place currently forecasted with an 848.5 kilo total. We have Josh out in front at the moment with Cody Wilkes in second at 840.5. And then Sam Butterworth currently forecasted at 830. Now that's based on opening deadlift attempts only. That will swing around wildly. There could even be placeholder deadlifts in there that we're not seeing yet. So anything could change. We'll be right back. 8.5 minutes for deadlifts to start. It's going to be fire. You're going to see Nat and Lucy go head-to-head, deadlift for deadlift for the 84 kilo plus battle. And then this top three in the under 120s is going to be probably one of the most insane battles of the weekend, with Cody, Sam Butterworth, and Josh all within striking range of each other. But Josh has got a good lead heading in. But the two big deadlifters coming after him. So be back here in 8 minutes. We'll see you soon.
final lift is the deadlift. This is an exciting lift to watch, and the competition lead may change several times throughout. To perform a deadlift, the bar is simply lifted straight from the ground. Once complete, the athlete receives the down command, returning the bar to the floor. A good lift is awarded where knees, hips, and shoulders are locked. There was no downward movement of the bar. The thighs did not support the bar during the lift. The bar remained in the hands until it is in contact with the platform. Pay particular attention to ambitious attempt selections during this lift, as athletes and handlers push their total to secure their placing in the competition.
All right, we are back now for the deadlift session. Rihanna now first with 160 kilos loaded on the bar for her opening attempt. Moves well. Bar loaded now for Rebecca with 175 on the bar. Previous starter shows a best of about 195. back in the last year's Nationals by the looks.
Opens last comp on 172 and a half.
Looks like she wasn't quite ready out the back there, but plenty of time on the deadlifts anyway, so that's okay. Here she comes now. Makes light work of 175.
Yep, easy opener.
Bar loaded now for Lauren with 177.5 on the bar.
Personal best of 185.
Yeah, just back in August of last year.
Easy opener.
Yeah, she moves that quite well. As we would expect for openers, good just to get one on the board. And we have Adjua now coming out with 180 kilos.
Very calm and collected.
Handled by Maddie B there today, coached by Maddie B's partner, Steph. Seen Adjua do 197.5 before. And that flies as we would expect. All right, Rebecca Blenken now coming up with 180 kilos on the bar.
Personal best of 192 and a half. No issues with that.
Yeah, moves it pretty well. A little bit of work there on the thighs, which we often see with sumo lifters. But convincing lockout nonetheless, and it's a good lift. Yanni now, 192.5 to open her account. Best ever of 217.5. She will grip and rip here. Smooth.
Smooth, a little bit of work.
Nicola Orr here now with 207.5 on the bar.
She did hit a 220 kilo PB during prep in the last fortnight.
Yeah, okay.
Personal best of 210.
Yeah, nice and smooth at the top. It's a little bit slow, but that's probably not an issue. It's one pace the whole way from the floor. Just getting used to the weight. I like it. And that should be a good lift. And here comes Adele now with 210 on the bar for her opening attempt. Best ever 217.5.
A little bit of work.
Yeah, not a bad opening lift though.
One red card, one red. Possibly failed to lock the knees at the end there, or soft knees maybe, or shoulders.
Yeah, not sure. It didn't look too bad from our angle, but we can't quite see what the refs can see. So, but yeah, most likely a soft shoulder or a soft knee. Lucy now to open her deadlift account at 242.5. When we look at the stats, has deadlifted 257.5.
Just get on the board here.
And prep looked okay. So we'll see what she can do here. That's pretty good.
Move well.
Nat Lalai now coming out with 270 kilos on the bar to open her account. This will be, I believe, a total record attempt. Oos. And it is fast.
That was quick. 3 whites.
Dylan, that was 270 kilos. Not that long, not that more than 12 months ago, that would have been the world record, and she smokes that at an RPE 5. We're in for a big day.
We are.
We are in for a big day.
Very exciting finish.
Now, she needs to get the second first, so let's not get too excited, but will we see an attempt at the biggest deadlift by a female in any federation today? I think we might.
She did deadlift 285 during prep.
And generally we see somewhere around a 10 to 12 kilo difference between what she deadlifts in prep to what she can do on the platform at a similar RPE to what we've seen of that 285. So I'm excited to see where her top end is. We've seen her pick 322.5 off the ground at an exhibition lift back in October where it was accidentally misloaded, and she got it 6 to 7 inches off the ground. We have Rhiannon now coming out. We're back to the top of our second deadlifts. 170 on the bar for Rhiannon, and this is just under her previous comp PB. Does well. It's a little bit of a fight, but she sticks with it.
Didn't see any issues.
No.
3 whites.
3 white lights. Bar loaded now for Rebecca, coming out with 190 kilos on the bar, just shy of her best ever at 195. She's a 15 kilo jump. Little tiny bit of work there as she gets the hips through, but moves well.
Looks good. 5 kilos more than her last comp.
There we go. 3 white lights, good lifts. All right. Lauren now up with 190 on the bar as well. 12.5 kilo jump from her first attempt. And big PB here. 5 kilos above what we've seen her do on the platform before. Does well to fight it to the top. Bit of work on the thighs.
A little bit sticky at the top. 3 whites though.
Yeah, look good. Managed to keep the knees locked. That's always the challenge when that fight comes, is that the lifter can start to slip. The knees unlocked, thigh starts to come under the bar a little bit, trying to help. Both of which would be infringements, but she does really well to hold it there. And we have Rebecca Blenken now coming out with 192.5. She's opted for the 12.5 jump as well, and this will be an equal competition PB. She hit this in August last year.
Looked good.
Yeah, it looked okay from our angle. Three white lights. Great lift there for Rebecca. Adjua now 195 on the bar, just below the previous best we've ever seen from her. So if this moves well, she's gearing up for another PB. Grips and rips, and it's fast.
Yeah.
She's obviously had a good prep.
That looks really good.
Yeah, exciting. I'm keen to see what they load for her PB attempt. Reset him. All right, Yanni now. Now, we're seeing a record attempt here. She's got 210 on the bar. Looks good.
See what the judges thought. Yep, 3 white lights.
I'm not sure, that may have been a total record for Yanni. All right, we have Adele coming out now. She's got 215 on the bar. 2.5 below her previous best. Sticks with it. Let's see what the refs think.
Yeah.
Just see that right knee unlock and lock a few times. Do they pick up on it?
Two to one.
One referee did. Okay, and we see some checking of microplates here as Nicola Orr will attempt the national deadlift record. She's opted for 218. The record was held previously by Yanni at 217.5. So opting for a half kilo jump over that national record here. And 8 kilos more than we've seen from Nicola at last year's Nationals, but all of her numbers have skyrocketed compared to that competition. So I'm excited to see this here. Let's watch.
She has pulled 220 in the last fortnight.
She's hyped up. Ask for the crowd's support in this one.
She's left it out.
I think it looks good.
Me too.
There we go.
3 white lights.
New national deadlift record holder, Nicola Orr, 218 kilos, and has the chance to chip it by another half kilo or a kilo or even 2.5 if she wants. She basically can choose on her third and final attempt. Lucy now coming out. She's jumped 15 kilos. This will be
Equal best.
and this will be for a total or national record attempt. Looks good.
Looks very good.
I would say even better than the opener, to be fair.
Yep.
So Natla Lai now coming out. She's opted 283.5. This will forecast her at 673 if successful. Currently at 660. We have Lucy at 672. So this will push half a kilo ahead of Lucy. Here she comes. Listen to this crowd. now, Dylan. It is on here today.
Phenomenal.
We just had the ref lights drop out, though. The suspense, here we go. 3 white lights. 283 kilograms from Natalie Lalai. Pushes her half kilo ahead of Lucy as we move into the third and final deadlifts. Nat will have the last say. They will see what Lucy loads. They have the opportunity to watch if she gets it and then make an attempt selection accordingly. What this has set up is that if Lucy misses, it means Nat will stay ahead and she can throw whatever she wants on the bar to attempt something crazy. That could even be 300.
It could.
Now, if the hole is there, if she's still ahead of Lucy and she's feeling good, which it looks like she is, I have it from the coach that 300 is definitely an option today. But they have to win the competition first. It'll come down to what Lucy does. If Lucy hits, Nat will have to play it smart. Let's wait and see. This is going to be exciting. We have Rhiannon now back to the third and final attempts of our deadlifts. She's jumped another 5 kilos up to 175. This will be a 2.5 kilo PB for Rhiannon. Let's see how she handles it here.
Not there today.
Did well in the second, though, with the 170. Tried to grab the extra 2.5. And walks away. She did really well to recompose herself after missing her opening squat. Missed the bench as well, but pulled it together and came out and deadlifted really nicely and walks away with a really respectable total. Good day for her. We have Lauren coming out now. Spotters and loaders just cleaning the bar between every attempt here on our third attempts, making sure everyone has maximal grip. 195. This is 10 kilos above her previous best. She's looked strong out here today. Excited to see how this one moves. Some work at the top on the second, but let's see here. Hits the sticking point. Can she get the hips through? Crowd behind her. Almost there. Can't quite get it to the top, unfortunately. So close. Okay, we have Rebecca coming out now. She's opted for a 7.5 kilo jump up to 197, 2.5 above what we've seen her deadlift in the past. A nice little PB here, if successful. Everything's been moving well for her today. Can she continue? Looks good, gets the hips through.
There might have been a wobble at the top.
Did the thigh slip under there right at the end? Let's see.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
Watch here on the replay, you'll see just as she kind of brings the hips through, just that little dip there. It's an unfortunate one. She'd claim that as a gym PB for sure, but unfortunately doesn't get the lift here on the national platform. We have the next Rebecca Belkin now coming out. She's gone up 7.5 to 200 kilos. Big PB if successful. Gets it to the shin. Not quite there today. She's put a lot of effort into all the other lifts and has had a great day. And speaking of having a great day, we have Adjua now. She's jumped another 7.5.
Yeah, 5 kilo personal best.
5 kilo personal best. Her second moved very well. So not unexpected that she's jumped 7.5 here. Here she comes. Rips. Yeah, she knows she's got it. Boom. Great lift there for Ajwa.
Fantastic day.
Yeah, PB'd in all lifts. And just really keeps building her presence as a lifter. She's still fairly young. She's got a lot of years left in the game, and her total just improves from comp to comp fairly dramatically. I'm excited to see where she's at. Okay. Yanni now. Yanni now retaliating to Nicola Orr. Nicola Orr took the deadlift record from Yanni on her last attempt at 218 kilos. We now have Yanni attempting to retake it at 218.5. Here she comes. Slows, but she fights.
She fights through it.
Looks good, Dylan.
She's held it.
I think she's got it.
Me too. Yep, 3 whites.
New national deadlift record for Yanni. Oh, she limps off the platform. Hopefully, she's got thumbs up. It looks like it's okay. Hopefully nothing too major there. So walks away with a total record, I believe, and the deadlift record. Great day for Yanni. So excited to see her back on the platform. But Nicola's got the last say. We'll see if she can grab that record back. Definitely had more in the tank on the 218, so I think we'll see what she loads. Now, we've just got a hiccup. Wait. We've got a hiccup with the system here.
Temp change.
Wait.
Just having some technical difficulties. I think there's been an attempt change, so Chris has just gone to fix the system. Yep, fixed now. So we'll have Nicola Orr coming out to reattempt that deadlift record at 219.
All right, we had a last second attempt change here after watching Yanni pull the 218.5. Nicola has dropped her attempt to 219 and just changed our order on us slightly. So they will reload the bar now to 219 kilos. Nicola will come back half a kilo more than Yanni just set, try and re-grab this record. I think she's good for it, Dylan.
Me too. Her second was quick.
218 looked very nice. I don't think this will give her much dramas, but this is a big moment. You never know. She's looked great out here today, though. Here she comes. Throws the headphones.
The crowd's behind her.
She's got Saw behind her on the platform, absolutely screaming at her. Here it moves. Oh, it's work. There we go.
What do the judges think?
I think it looked clean.
Yeah, 3 whites.
Amazing grind as she sticks through it. Adele now coming out with a 225 on the bar for her third and final attempt. 7.5 kilos more than we've seen her pull on the platform before. Here comes Adele.
She's locked it out. What do the judges think?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Look good to me.
waiting on the centre referee's light. There it is. Oh.
3 reds.
Okay, so we've got some reds there for soft knees. I assume she has had some soft knees earlier in the lifts.
And potentially a hinge was the other one on the when it got
For
stuck.
the hitch, maybe, yeah. We did have a blue from the centre ref, which is generally for a hitch or for an up-down movement. Okay, in the wings, we have Lucy firing up. She's jumped 12.5 kilos. 12.5 kilos. If successful, this will make Natalie Lalai have to pull a huge third deadlift to get back in the lead. Let's see here. 257 looked great.
This room's electric, Chris.
She's got it.
Out.
3 white lights. Oh well.
Can Natalie respond?
Now it is in Natalie Lalai's court. So Lucy finishes at 685. Now that is a massive total. Massive total. Natalie Lalai has decided to go all in. She doesn't need this to win. She's going, bugger it. I'll risk it. I'm going for 304 kilos on the bar. She will become the first woman in history to deadlift more than 300 kilos if successful. She is fired up. The crowd is fired up.
I've never seen atmosphere like this, Chris.
Spotters and loaders have just cleaned the bar. We are seconds from getting underway. Natalie Lalai, 304 kilos loaded on the bar. The bar is loaded.
Here we go.
This is absolutely wild, Dylan.
This is insane. It's moving. It's moving.
Oh no!
Oh, it's stuck.
Oh no!
Phenomenal
That was
effort.
a phenomenal attempt.
Phenomenal effort.
You know what? 300 was probably there, Dylan.
I
That
think so.
4 kilos may have just tapped her over the edge. I'll be interested to unpack what was the significance of 304.
What did she need?
Well, let's see where she finished. She was on 373, so she needed 12 kilos. So she needed 290, and she's heavier on body weight, so she would have needed 297
Yep.
from my rough math. But again, look, she'll get a world spot regardless. Her GLs will be super high, and there should be some gaps in the team. So I don't, I think it'll be okay. We have Samisi Amato now in the wings. We have the under 120 and 120 plus coming out now. Samisi opening at 270.
Moved well. we have William coming out next with 275. His personal best is 300. He's made light work of that.
Yeah, solid opening attempt there.
So we have Daniel coming out next with 285. Personal best of 315. So quite a conservative opener. Nice and controlled. Don't see any issues with that. Tristan coming out next with 295. Personal best of 335. Easy opener.
Yeah, it looks great for Tristan there. Comes Charlie out now. He's got 295 on the bar.
Personal best of 315. Back in March last year. Would have been Nationals.
Yeah, very little resistance there for Charlie.
Easy opener. With 300 kilos for Josh. Just has to hit his opener here, get on the board, and go from there.
Yeah, he's got a decent lead at the moment. But the deadlifters are coming. He needs to stay in front. Looks good.
That was quick.
Oh, that's a cinematic shot of Taj. Firing up in the wings, 305 on the bar.
Personal best of 330. Should be a comfortable opener.
Yeah, Taj takes big jumps. Boom.
No problems there.
Yeah, don't be surprised if we see somewhere around a 30 kilo jump for Taj to his second. As we will with a number of lifters in this flight, they will take big jumps in the deadlifts. Jackson Stubberfield now. Bar is loaded for him at 310. And we have seen him deadlift as high as 342.5. Again, he'll take big jumps. And he's currently...
Speedy opener.
After that attempt, he'll be at 877.5. So he's got 32.5 kilos to make up to hit the international QT. 32.5 seems acceptable. That would still
I think
put
it's
him
there.
Yeah.
I think it's there.
That'll put him around that 342 deadlift, which he's done in the past. So he's pacing exactly where he needs to be right now.
His exact best deadlift.
Best deadlift. So good. Cody Wilkes now, 320 kilo opener for Cody. We've seen him, lock in 340, but we have seen him attempt significantly higher as well, and just lose it on grip. So let's see how he goes here today.
That's quick. He's in the race.
Looks good. Does need to make sure he keeps those knees locked at the top, though.
Yeah, one rated for it. What was that? Skipping a call.
Oh, I didn't actually look. He may have let go of the bar potentially. As well. Being an oldie lifter, where that is what you do in Olympic lifting, it could be an issue for him here. He will need to make sure he keeps it in the hands all the way to the floor. Sam Butterworth now. He's got 325 loaded for his opening attempt. Best ever 363.
Which is the national deadlift record. Made light work of that.
Looks solid. Sam, he's technically his deadlift is perfect, right? Great position. Very clean. Really great deadlifter to watch. Excited to see how big a jump he takes here to try and get in the lead over Josh. Samisi Amato now. We are back to the top of the flight for our second attempts.
No, we have William.
200. Oh, sorry. Williams coming out. Just an order change there. I should look at the screen instead of who's actually waiting in the wings.
William attempting 290, which will be 10 kilos below his best. 15 kilo jump.
And there's William now.
A little bit of work. Did he get his knees locked?
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure.
Yeah, 3 whites.
Gets 3 in the end, that's good. Bar loaded now for Samisi. 290 stays on the bar. Like we said, I know what Samisi will be here for today, and it'll be the 300 kilo deadlift.
Definitely.
But he needs to move this well first to earn the right. Oh no.
Just got stuck at the top, couldn't get his hips through.
Yeah, you see the knees lock early.
I think he'll retake that.
Yeah, he has to. There's not much point going up from there. Unless there was a significant misgroove that they understand. But let's see where he goes. 305 kilos on the bar for Dan. 20 kilo jump up there, and just 10 kilos below the best we have seen from Dan.
Another very controlled lift.
All these lifts seem to have been the same. He lifts in that very controlled style.
3 whites.
Yeah, good lift there. All right, Tristan Sund coming out now for 315. He's jumped 20. Best ever 335 at Malta last year. Well, just like in squats, it's a bit of work.
Yeah, a bit of work in the mid-range.
Definitely a little bit down off his top form. Like you said, maybe a few niggles. Just going to check what Tristan actually weighed in at. Oh, no, right on the money. I thought maybe, was he coming in lean? But no, he's 119.74. Josh now, 320 kilos on the bar. 12 kilos below his best ever that we seen at Nationals last year, where he hit the 330 mark and took the national champion spot.
That was quick, very quick.
So he locks that in. It's looking good. Sam and Cody, though, closing the gap ever so slightly with their seconds. If they're successful, they've got to get them first. But Cody currently projected just 8 kilos behind Josh now, and Sam 11 kilos behind. So if both of those lads are successful, it's going to come down to the wire on these thirds. Can't wait to see it. Charlie now out with 320 on the bar. Well, this will be a big 5 kilo PB for Charlie if successful on his second attempt.
He's having a good day.
Bit of work at the top.
Bit of work. I think it's there, though.
Just trying to read the coach's face to see how he's judging it.
It's 3 whites.
Not sure we'll see much more go on the bar for his third, but 5 kilo PB, so he's got nothing to lose now.
Yeah.
So great work. Taj Smith now. 330 kilos on the bar, 25 kilo jump.
Match his personal best.
Matched the PB from Night of Champions last year. Now that was his second attempt at Night of Champs. We did see him attempt 350, where he only narrowly missed it on grip. As expected.
That was fast.
Super fast. We've seen him do 330 in the gym multiple times in recent weeks. Locks that in.
I'd like to see the 350 going again, personally.
Well, the 350 moved fine. He even walked off and said, I just didn't have it in the right spot in my hand. So somewhere around the 350 is there, I think. 345, maybe 350. Let's see. Cody Wilkes now. 340 kilos, 20 kilo jump.
Matching his best ever.
Open to move well. Did get the 1 yellow from the center ref. We're not sure what for. Let's see if he cleans it up here and gets the 3 white lights.
Good.
Well, that looked very clean to me. Looked as clean as his opener.
Yeah, 3 whites.
There we go. He's cleaned that up. 3 white lights. We love it.
He's a new one to the race now.
Now let's see. I mean, look, he loads what he thinks he needs in this one. And he's only 8 kilos behind, so they'll look at what Josh's attempt is, and they'll try and close that gap. Jackson Stubblefield now. 342.5.
Giving himself 2 cracks if he doesn't get it on the first attempt.
This will get him the 910 kilo world qualifying total that he needs. And he smokes it.
He's locked it.
And he smokes it. Jackson's legs always shake on his deadlifts. He gets the 910 kilo qualifier.
What do you load for a fun third?
Go 350. Why not?
Yeah,
why not?
to.
I think his best bet was 342. Yeah, go 350. He's got a bit there.
Having a great day.
You've got the qualifier. You might as well go for it.
Locked in.
And great to see. Jackson was quite vocal when the qualifier came out that he thought it was unachievable.
Yep.
It's pushed him, and he's achieved it.
8 from 8.
And I love to see it. He's had a great day so far. 8 from 8. The knee has come back from that surgery. Looks like brilliantly. As often happens when the lower body has an issue, or the bench often gets trained more and so therefore picks up. So he's PB'd his bench, PB'd the squat. deadlift equal PB at the moment. 8 from 8, 1 to come. Great day for Jackson. Sam Butterworth now. Wow.
352.5.
Big jump here. 27.5 kilo jump. Sam loves it. We're looking good.
It's setting up.
We are
exciting
looking
finish.
good. So he's going to have to go at least 11 kilos more than Josh on his third attempt.
It'll be a new record. Have to be.
It'll have to be a new record. Who has the lighter body weight? Josh has the lighter body weight. Cody has significantly lighter body weight, though. He's at 115 kilos. That's amazing, Dylan. So Cody will have the upper hand here in terms of what he has to pull. Cody currently has 355 loaded, forecast 875.5. Sam Butterworth has just put in a 380 kilo placeholder, 885. So we'll just ignore that for a second. And Josh at 883. So Cody will have to wait and see what Josh does.
Just having an issue with the referee remotes. Just having that fixed quickly now, just resetting them for this last round of deadlifts. Looks like we're back on now. William coming out for his third, hoping to match his equal PB of 300. Just not there today.
Unfortunately, not quite there today.
So Samisi's gone up anyway. He's loaded the 300.
Well, he's only here once. He might as well.
He's fired up. Moving.
Oh, it's much better.
Chris.
Hips through, hips through.
Hips through, come on. Lock it, hold it. He's done it.
Oh! Looks around at the crowd. Tears in the eyes. What do the referees say?
Long time coming.
The 300 has fallen after missing 290 on his second on strength. He somehow Hail Marys 300 kilos and has eluded him for 2 years. Massive day on squats for Samisi as well. He is going to be ecstatic. It was a great... All right. Dan Felstein now will come out. 320 on the bar, 15 kilo jump up. This will be a 5 kilo PB for Dan. Here comes Dan. He's been having a great day. Not quite there, unfortunately, today for Dan.
Great effort.
All right, we will now load 320 kilos on the bar. Sorry, we will load 325 kilos on the bar for Tristan Sunder. $325. All right, Tristan Sunder now. 10 kilo jump up. The second was a lot of work. Let's see if he's got a bit more amped out the back for this one. It is 10 below what we've seen him do in the past. Oh, not quite today, not quite today.
Unfortunately, not today.
Moved better off the floor than the second.
It did.
But just couldn't quite get the hips through.
Giving the referees a handshake on the way off. Great sportsmanship.
Yeah, Charlie Kafusi now. He will come out 330 kilos for his third and final attempt. Massive PB if successful. 315 is the best we've seen from him previously. Just back at Nationals last year. It's going to be exciting to watch. Charlie has had a number of PBs so far. Just checking the scoreboard, have we seen much movement? We've got Josh going to come out on a 337.5, which will finish him at 886. Cody holding firm at 875.5. He can wait and see what Josh does, as will Sam Butterworth.
Change.
Oh, and we've had a late attempt change from Coach Alex Hayes. Charlie Kafusi now 332.5. This will move him, if successful, from 5th to 4th place. Crowd fired up for it. Slightly too heavy for him here today.
That's no, unfortunately.
Walks away though with a 5 kilo PB in the deadlifts. Okay, we have Josh now coming out with 337.5 on the bar. The best we've seen from Josh previously is 330. 7.5 kilo PB attempt. This will put him on a massive total and will make the others reach.
Record? National record attempt as well?
For the total, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely will be a national record attempt total. Absolutely. Well above the total we've seen last year. See how Josh handles it here. Wow.
It looks good.
And he had more.
It looks really good.
Room to move for Josh as he locks in a huge subtotal. It's a good lift for Josh.
The screen's changed. There we go.
The ref light system has decided it's had enough after 3 big days of powerlifting.
It's just trying to increase the
building suspense for us in the crowd. All right, coming out now, Taj Smith, 340 kilos on the bar. Big 10 kilo PB for Taj here. We've seen him almost lift 350 at Night of Champions. Bar is loaded now for Taj. And this would give him the magical 800 kilo projected total if successful. Let's watch Taj lock this in. Crowd right behind him. Fan favourite. He's good for it. There it is.
It looks good.
Ref lights are in.
Yeah,
3 white lights.
He's got it.
800 kilo total for Taj. Adds 12.5 to his best ever total. Oh, well, we thought Jackson might go for 350. He's decided 360 instead. Why not? Nothing to lose here. He's locked in his international spot.
Yeah, shoots 17.5 kilo PB.
And he's been having a great day, so I don't doubt he can dig deep here and potentially rip this off the ground. Wants to make a statement. Here comes Jackson, 360 kilos on the bar.
The crowd's behind him.
Oh! Not
Unfortunately,
quite
not
there today, but he gets his international
It was a big
qualifying
effort.
total.
Had a great day.
910 kilos from Jackson Stubberfield, locks in the international QT, and if he so chooses, will be off to Germany later in the year.
So we'll have Cody coming up next with
Right.
365.5.
365.5 will be a new national deadlift record, and it will equal Josh's 886 total. Cody 4 kilos lighter, so Cody will take the win on body weight if successful here. Obviously, Sam still to come, who will have the final say. Let's see what Cody can do here. It's a big deadlift. 886 for the total if successful. And I tell you what, if Cody is successful here, it's going to force Sam Butterworth, well, even if Cody's not successful, Sam Butterworth's still going to have to come out at 381.5 kilos to beat Josh. Here comes Cody Wilkes. 365.5 kilos on the bar. This will be the biggest deadlift we have seen in the APA. It's fast. Can he get through? Oh, his griplets out at the top. Oh, he was that close.
Huge effort.
He was that close. But I've been really impressed by Cody today. He's come out and gone 8 from 9 in a coming of age in the powerlifting community. He's still new to the sport after being a multiple-time national champion in Ollie. And that's the best we've seen Cody look. Kilograms away from that. He 860 maybe, 360 maybe it was there, you know.
Yeah.
Wow, exciting to see. He's given it all.
Got
We have one lifter left. I would love to see Sam pull this. It does feel slightly out of reach.
It's big.
It's a big
That's
number.
a big number.
It's a big number. If it was around 370, I would back Sam in. 381.5 though is huge. But it's all or nothing.
It's a back to the wall moment.
It's all or nothing. He has to attempt it. So this will be to go half a kilo above Josh's total. Sam has the heavier body weight of the 3 top lifters here today, so he will have to go over Josh's total. Thankfully, he has the deadlift chip at play, so he can choose to go just that half kilo above. We've had to go out the back and get extra plates for this one. We get set. This crowd is going to go wild. 381.5 kilos on the bar for Sam Butterworth. Already holds the national deadlift record at 363 kilos, set back at SBD Cup in October. But Josh has had an absolute stellar day and he's forced the hand. Is it enough? Will he force Sam to go slightly more than he has available here today? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to see the bar is loaded.
Bar's loaded.
Here he comes. He's getting a running start.
Here he comes. This crowd is electric, Chris.
They're all in. I'm not sure there's much point as commentating. 381.5 kilos on the bar. And unfortunately, it's a bit too much for Sam here today, but he's given it all. And so that rounds out an amazing morning of lifting here live from Scarborough Beach in Perth. It's been a crazy session, and we end up with brother and sister duo Lucy and Josh taking out the 84 plus and the under 120s. We have Yanni taking out the under 84 kilos with a stellar day, finishing with a total of 557.5. That's really impressive. And going 9 from 9 as well for Yanni, so great day for her. In second in the under 84s, Nicola Orr, she had an amazing day as well, going 8 from 9 and taking the national deadlift record, 219 kilos. And in third place, we have Rebecca Belkin coming in with a 507.5. So amazing in that weight category. Oh, sorry, that's in the 84 plus. I'm reading the wrong things. In the 84 plus, obviously, Lucy is your national champion, followed by Nat Lalai, and in third is Rebecca Belkin. And then in the under 120s, incredible battle. Josh finishing on top with an 886 total. That is absolutely huge, forcing Cody and Sam to try and pull insane deadlifts. Cody finishes in second place with an 860.5, which is incredible. And then you have Sam Butterworth finishing in third place. And obviously then Jackson Stubberfield, amazing day for him. He needed the 910 to make the international QT, and he nails it, and then went for a Hail Mary to see where his deadlift was at on his third. Unfortunately, just missed it, but otherwise went 8 from 9. Amazing day out. Fun to watch, Dylan. Thanks for joining me in the box. We'll be back with the medal presentation very shortly. Thank you for joining over the weekend. Before we leave, we will have a look at our Thirds Media Best Lifter. We do have prize money, thanks to Thirds, for our best lifters on the women's side of the draw. And no surprises here. After that session, we see Lucy, best lifter from last year's Nationals, jump up to 116. She already held the highest GLs for a woman after Worlds last year in the APA. Nat Lalai in second, 113. And then Abby Wallace, the newcomer in the 63s, 111. And wow, top 5 women above 110 GLs. That is insane for Australian powerlifting. I am so stoked to see it. And the whole screen here, which I think is the top 11 from memory, all above 100 GLs. Awesome to see. When we look at the men, I don't think it will have shifted too much. Leo takes out best lifter with 110.1 GLs. Kayan stays in second, Kenna stays in third, and Nathan Tarnas in fourth. Josh does manage to scrape into that top 11 with 103. And Simon Shahady, Josh Takua, James Lee, Hung Fang, Adam Jones, Kevin Lee, also in that top 11. And all above 103 GLs, which again is incredible. I am so happy to see the progression of tested Australian powerlifting. Thanks for joining us over the weekend. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, put it up on the gram. I love seeing pictures of the live stream from people's TVs. And we will see you back very shortly for the medal presentation. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, and so in our under 84 kilogram women's category, third place goes to Adjua Hammond. And in second place and walking away with the national deadlift record, Nicola Orr. And first place with a huge total, Yanni, 557.5. Taking records in the bench and in the squat, and for a moment taking the deadlift record back from Nicola before Nicola took it back on a third. So walks away with a record total, record squat, record bench, and is your national champion. Here she comes. Fortunately, maybe a little injury there on deadlifts. Makes it hard to get up onto the podium. Here's your top three in the under 84 kilo women's class. All right, we move on up now to the 84 kilo plus women's category. In third place, we have Beck.
In third place, with a total of 600, our second place, James retired. And a moving total of 673 kilos, and almost got 304 kilos up to full lookout for the gal, is Nat!
And in second place, Natalie Lalai. Nat locking in the 673.5 kilo total. And almost locking out the 304 kilo deadlift. And your national champion for 2025 is Lucy, locking in 685 kilogram total. Lucy also walking away with the squat, bench, and total records. And the under 120 men's coming up now. Third place with 857.5, Sam Butterworth.
In second place, with 860.5 kilos, is Cody!
And in second place, Cody Wilkes, locking in a massive 860.5 kilogram total. And narrowly missing his third deadlift to take the lead from Josh. But your national champion is Josh with 886. Huge total here from Josh. Adding almost 30 kilos. And Josh walking away with the squat record and the bench record. And obviously the total record.
And last, but certainly not least, our 120 plus category, with a whopping 910 kilos,
And with a 910 kilo total in the 120 plus kilo category, your national champion, Jackson Stubberfield. Amazing day out.
very yummy.
That brings us to the end of our broadcast of the APA Open Nationals for 2025. We'll see you back in Sydney in just a few months for Mega Nationals, which includes our equipped, our juniors, sub-juniors, and our masters divisions. It's going to be a massive 4 days of powerlifting. We will see you then.